All right, so let me just make sure everything is running properly. I'm gonna hide this for just a moment. Why am I leaned forward so badly? There we go. So, how we doing today, guys? How we feeling? Yeah. What are the vibes today? So, just out of curiosity, chat, how much does everybody already know about the Luca Kaneshiro situation? Because I'm looking through this document and it is massive. And I'm not entirely sure I can or even want to go through. God, this is 58 pages of information. So if there's anybody in chat who knows where the highlights are, I would massively appreciate it, because holy shit. I do want to take a moment and just kind of go over the quote retweets, because I really don't know a ton. I've just seen a couple of quote retweets. All right. Hey, good evening. So let me pull up the window. So I just want to go over a couple of the quote retweets, because I really have no context. But every quote retweet I see is like, both of you are twat waffles, both of you are assholes, both of you are in the wrong, which is crazy. Like, both of you are terrible, but you ruined your marriage for a 17/18-year-old? Like, what the hell is happening in this thing? I genuinely haven't read through this because I want to give an honest live reaction. What's this? Haven't paid much attention to it, I'm afraid. That's totally understandable. I just want to keep the energy up while going through like 38 solid pages of stuff. I will say though, can we go like a day? Can we go a week? Hell, a day without another Nijisanji drama? I got other shit to do, man. Like, I haven't paid attention to the most recent dramas, so I'm very out of the loop. I wasn't even planning on making a video today, but this came out yesterday and I didn't have a chance to comment on it because I was at work all day. Apparently, judging through these quote retweets, apparently he is transphobic, homophobic, every kind of phobic. I saw people saying he said some shit about trans people and pregnant women. It's like, this is like the 60th tweet. Can you just heal? I am curious what this person has been saying since then. Because I think this person messaged false ID first. Because you'll notice that post comes before them actually releasing the document. So I suspect they gave them the inside scoop, as people so often do. I never get inside scoops with shit, but that's probably because I have 4,000 subscribers. What is this? Wow, I think this may be a first in Google Doc history. This does not dissuade me, however. This file looks suspicious. It is visible only to the owner. Oh, apparently, the original Google Doc got taken down, so they had to re-upload it as a PDF file. Apparently, it got reported, which is nuts. Niji seems incapable of creating any other type of news. You know, I would be totally content just covering, you know, new waves, graduations, you know, events, you know, special occasions. But if there's gonna be big old drama in the VTuber newssphere, damn right I'm gonna capitalize on it. All right, let's see. Well, I think that's enough stalling. I think with what's this, 8 concurrent viewers? Let's go ahead and jump right into the document, shall we? So one thing I want to point out is that you know, I don't interpret trigger warnings as their intended like warning of like upsetting material. I don't know anyone who's genuinely ever seen a trigger warning and not gone ahead and read through or clicked on whatever it is. Trigger warnings are advertisements. You know I'm right. Trigger warnings are advertisements of like, here's what you can be looking forward to seeing in this. Let's see. This is a discount Mafu Mafu Rushia, a situation where one member was called out by someone, was ignored until they came back with receipts. Exactly same, just a smaller scale. Oh, interesting. Maybe Luca has anger issues. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not trying to be a misandrist or anything, but most of the guys I know in my life have some amount of anger issues. I don't think I've ever met a dude with zero anger issues. In other news, Amiya, formerly Sundari, hit 20k subs. Oh, congratulations to them. Hell yeah. Happy Easter. Oh, is it Easter? No, it's not Easter. What are you talking about? It's not even April. I'm being gaslit. All right. So I am genuinely excited. Well, I shouldn't say excited. Because here's the thing. Like, on the one hand, I'm glad to have content for the channel. I'm glad to have something to talk about. But on the other hand, I'm not happy that this happened, whatever happened. This is my live reaction. I have no context. I have no background. I'm going into this more or less blind. Because I want to give everyone an authentic and honest reaction. Okay, why does this document exist? Ever since the Nijisanji contract came out, along with another individual in the know confessing that Luca has allegedly harassed others, I believe it is my responsibility to bring to light the problematic behavior and patterns of abuse, as both Java, I'm assuming that's their previous personality, and Luca, for those who may be in a precarious situation which do not allow them to speak or act. In my opinion, this is just an opinion, you can feel free to ignore it. If you are genuinely being abused, no matter what the context, it's always better to speak out. Because here's the thing. If you are in like an employment situation and you report something to HR and they do nothing, you can go to court. Like if you are in a toxic friend group and someone is like treating you terribly, tell your friends. Even if you don't think they'll believe you, even if you think they'll pick sides, even if you're afraid of the drama, it's always better to be honest and forward about the things that are going terribly in your life than to bottle it all up and let yourself be a victim. That's a very strongly held belief. Don't let yourself be a victim. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, as my dad used to say. Some people are celebrating Easter today. They are? You're not being a misandrist. Misandry is a hatred of men. I don't hate men, but I am very aware that men in general have consistent flaws across the majority of them. Like every demographic has flaws that pop up more often than in other demographics. That's a conversation that I could go on for entirely too long. Let's get back to the document though. All right. So while some may be asking why I didn't do this sooner, I certainly am. I'll be honest, no one cared. You know what? Valid. Even though I strongly believe you should always come forward with any abuses or misbehavior immediately, I understand that there's nothing more crushing than feeling like nobody cares about your pain. Even though I don't agree with it, I understand it. I am, to this day, harassed and sent death threats by Luca's fan base. Yeah, it gets toxic in the VTuber fandom. As much as I hate it, as much as I wish it wasn't that way, this has the potential to be a very toxic fan base. They actively suppress, lie, and spread vicious rumors, try and discredit me. I would get an anonymous death threats in my Marshmallow and from Sock Puppet Twitter accounts. Guys, don't get a Marshmallow. There's no point. Anything anyone would ask you in a Marshmallow, they could ask you on stream or on Twitter or on Discord. There's no reason to get a Marshmallow. All it does is let people shield their identity, or at the very least their usernames, from they can obscure their identity and shield themselves from any retribution if they want to say something heinous. I've seen countless Marshmallows being used just to bully people. Don't get them. They're terrible. All right. Who am I? I've been streaming on Twitch Yes, I believe the person behind this is themselves a VTuber. Yes. They are... Yeah. So for... I don't know if this is showing up on stream. Yeah. But yes, they are VTuber. So... I've been streaming on Twitch and been a partner since 2015, worked as a community manager. I don't really care about this. Started working at one of the top global Hollywood agencies as a social media consultant. I mean, that's cool, but who cares? When Java and I met, I was known as Raziel Warmonic up until he became Luca Kaneshiro, and I made a new alias, Mizuchi, to help distance myself from our extensive past together. Interesting. So they were already friends long before they became Luca. Interesting. I decided it would be the healthiest decision if I abandoned the Mizuchi pseudonym. Okay, I don't really care. Let's see. We were extremely close, never dated. We never met up by IRL. He was 18 and I was 24. That's a 6-year age gap. I don't know how much people in the comments section care about age gaps, but they always make me a little bit sketch whenever someone is like making accusations or making claims and they're substantially older. Because broadly speaking, and I know this isn't always true, and you can feel free to voice your opinion if you disagree. Generally, when you've got like 6 years on someone, like when they're literally a teenager and you probably have a full-time job, you got some life experience and should have a little bit more maturity. I don't know. Are you guys more mature at 24 than you were at 18? I am. I'm a hell of a lot more mature than I was at 24 now that I'm 32. I don't know. This feels like an immediate red flag, this age gap here. Because this is a call-out post and he's the teenager in this situation. Let me check chat real quick. People tend to act like they're abusive parents. That's true. That's called generational trauma, my friend. Them Niji sisters are feral. So I've heard. I've never heard the term Niji sister a day in my life up until like the past week or so. I've seen it all over my timeline. Yeah, they can go off the rails a bit. Yeah, it's very true. History pre-Niji, I'm not entirely sure I care. Oh, well, that I care about. Never mind. Let's see. We were part of an 18-plus VR chat. So you're in your 20s. He's a teenager. And you're part of an 18-plus VR chat. I feel like this immediately is destined to go off the rails. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm an asexual, but like nothing good ever seems to come out of like 18-plus chats. You ever notice that? Like anytime there's like some mention of like gross sexual behavior, it's like, well, we were already in an 18-plus space, and it's like, oh god. I don't know. I've never in my life been part of like an 18-plus chat because I'm ace and I don't care. It grosses me out. And surprise, surprise, I've never been in a gross sex scandal. Maybe they're related, maybe they're not. I don't know. I just never see these things pan out well. Okay. These lobbies were roleplay oriented. They took place in a bar world that Rafflegator commissioned. I feel like I know that name. Do I know Rafflegator? That sounds super familiar. I do know that. Yes, I do know this person. Yeah, okay. I have seen this man all over my timeline. People retweet his shit all the time. Okay. So, I like how he's being name dropped in this article or this document exposing Luca's alleged abuse. And the first thing I see name dropped is someone who calls himself, quote, the main antagonist of VR chat. That's just funny to me. Okay. So we've already got a, quote, main antagonist. This can only go poorly. He would set up a date, very popular RP, yada, yada, yada. thrived on silly, awkward situations, yada, yada, yada. We became close friends. I never did anything sexual or suggestive in or outside of VR at this time. I don't believe you. You specify that you were part of an 18 plus VR chat lobby run by a guy who calls himself the main antagonist. I'm not sure I believe that. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but I don't know. January 17th, 2019, Java would once again invite me to a private world, full body tracking, RP stuff. Mom came into his room and he muted to talk to her. How is any of this relevant? I then asked him what he was doing. It was there without asking me if it was okay, out of the blue with no prior consent and with boundaries already made clear that I did not want to date. He told me he was touching himself to my voice. Gross. Ew. Maybe I'm just being a massive prude, but like, ew. I don't know. I don't know what like the social protocol on like rizzing someone up is, or like getting like sexual, but that feels very 0 to 100. Yo, just like, I don't know. Even if I was the type of person to get insanely down bad, I don't think I would ever just blurt out, "I'm touching myself." Like, there's no context in which I would just blurt that out unprovoked. I froze up. I would too. I honestly didn't know how to respond, so I just kept talking. Didn't last long. His mom had walked in on him. His mom walked in on him yanking it. That's awkward. I was told by his mom would still physically abuse and yell at him, so my brain switched to make sure he was okay, as opposed to addressing what he just did, as you can see in the DMs below. You know, one thing is, like, generally when people make documents like this, the intention is to demonize the person that they're talking about. But I just want to say two opposing moral things can be true at the same time. Someone can be abused and be an abuser at the same time. And I 100% fully believe that he probably isn't in a stable home situation. Maybe if he was raised better, he wouldn't, crank his hog to people in VR chat, but maybe that's just me. Okay. So my mother just caught me. That's an oof. Okay, so it's just receipts. Okay. What they are doing now is restricting my playtime. They are going to limit my use of the internet, and I will only be able to use it for 2 hours. Here's the thing. If you're a parent, and your kid's using the internet to crank their hog, as teenagers are wont to do, restricting their internet use to 2 hours isn't going to stop them from using the internet to crank their hog. It just means they're going to get a lot more expedient about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't solve the issue. Like, I feel like there are parental controls you can put on the computer. You can check their browsing history, or alternatively, let them be an 18-year-old, and as long as they're not hurting themselves or others, let them do whatever the hell they want. That's just an opinion. I mean, he's 18 in this story. Why are his parents upset that he's cranking his hog on the internet? Like, he's literally an adult. Why do you? I don't know. Why? This is why I moved out as soon as I turned 18. I don't like rules and regulations being hovered over me when I'm a fucking adult. I don't know. All right. At some point, I would start streaming again. Blah, blah, blah. He would go as far as to wake up early in the morning, 4 a.m. Australian time, so he could be on my stream. I did not ask him to be on my stream. He wanted to be. Jokes and teasing started from him orbiting and being lost without me. You know, when you're socially awkward, and you're trying to put yourself out there, but you've got like one friend, it does feel a little awkward to like have that one friend that you constantly orbit around and not really know how to interact. I don't know. Is anyone else socially awkward in chat who would like go to like a party or like a social event and just kind of hover around their one friend, and then when that one friend leaves, you're just like, fuck, I don't know what to do with myself. Obsessive and possessive behavior. His headset broken. He was without it for a couple minutes. During this time, I would learn to lap dance in VR chat. Hold on. This person went out of their way to say that they never did anything like, lewd in these RP sessions. And here they are saying, oh, and by the way, I learned to lap dance. This is why I didn't believe them in the first place. Like, obviously you were in an 18 plus space to do 18 plus things. Why did you lie about that? And then immediately reveal that, like, of course you were in this space to do 18 plus things. Like, no shit. All right, he would become upset when I would lap dance for other people or even talk to other guys he didn't like. Okay, so jealous. Yeah, sounds about right. We got into a lot of arguments, yada yada. Established more boundaries, continued our friendship. Bro, it's not a friendship. He's obviously into you, right? Like, this is when you're in a friendship and then one friend becomes romantically interested in the other, it pretty much stops you from continuing a normal friendship, because they're just going to keep like knocking on that door until they get somewhere, and they're going to always back away as soon as they get pushed back, and they're going to wait for things to cool off and then try to push again and then back off and push and back off. So I've seen this happen so many times, and I never know what the correct way to resolve these is, because it's like they're into you, and like they're gonna continue being into you even if you set up boundaries. And this is also true. Like, you can feel obligated to stay friends with someone even though they're giving you weird vibes because you just want things to go back to normal. Spoiler alert, I can tell you from experience, they never do, guys. They never do. As soon as those feelings creep in, the feelings are there until the feelings get resolved. Java struggles with respecting the LGBT community. That's not good. He would admit to harassing a trans male coworker by misgendering them on purpose. That's fucked. I don't like that. 0 out of 10. Fuck this guy. I pissed off one of my coworkers today. The bitch was being a bit hypocritical about biology and shit. You know, the thing I was talking about, if you get a blood transfusion from an African guy, then logically you are part African for a bit. What the fuck is this guy talking about? That's what? What is this man talking? That's not how, what? You're not part African if you get an African blood transfusion. What the fuck? That's like saying if you're 99 pounds and if you get a pound of nachos, you're 1 pound, you're 1% nacho. No, you just ate nachos. God damn it. I hate the trans debate. Like, let people do whatever the fuck they want with themselves and their identity. It's their identity, not yours. I have 4,000 people on the internet who call me Beelzebub. Let people refer to themselves however they please. Like, fuck biology. Let them do whatever they want. Their identity, their choice. Spoiler alert, not actually a demon. Everyone still calls me Beelzebub. But something as minor as gender, it's people have an issue with. I don't understand it. I don't give a shit. So he has a history of being scared of males who identify as gay. He would get freaked out if a male hit on him or someone joked about him being gay in any way. I never understood this, right? Like, just because a guy thinks you're hot doesn't mean they're gonna like bend you over and take advantage of you. It just means that you're hot. In my opinion, it's a compliment. But hey, that's just me. Maybe I'm the idiot. But I've been hit on a couple of times by dudes, and I never took it personally. I just took it as being fucking hot, because I am. Love yourself, man. My mom was asking me if I had a girlfriend. I said no. And she's like, why? And I told her I was gay. What? Wait, she's saying he's terrified of, like, he's like homophobic, and now he's going around joking about being gay. And I was like, lol, fuck no. And then she said, you little shit, thank God. Okay, so he's growing up in a household that's homophobic too. Great, awesome. Then she walked away for 20 seconds and asked me, are you actually gay? Are you? Hell no. I hate it when people say there's a little gay in everyone. There is, though. Here, controversial opinion that shouldn't actually be controversial. If people don't sometimes wonder if you're actually gay, you're not actually homies, right? Like, you ever seen two dudes that are the absolute best of friends? Every once in a while, they'll do some shit that's like 1% gay, and you're like, that was sus. Like, it's just part of the territory. I don't know, man. Love is love. Why do we gotta freak out about it? This is a mindset. He had not grown out of it since we last spoke. In the screenshot down below, you can see as late as January, he expressed that transgender individuals make him uncomfortable, despite the role Java often played for Rafflegator, where he would hit on males. What? I'm so confused. All of the lead up here says that, oh, he's transphobic, he's homophobic, and now here we have a saying where he says, the role Java often played for Rafflegator, where he would hit on males while pretending to be a woman. Oh, he's an egg. Chat, do you know what an egg is? Hold on, let me check on chat. I've been talking way too much. Chat, do you know what an egg is? All right. I was the same at 24 as I was at 18. To each their own. Yeah, 18 plus just sends suspect warnings somehow. He's a big name in the VR chat scene. Instant you. Yeah, it looks like they were both being super toxic. If the kid wants to look at porn, they will find another way. Exactly. Sounds like Luca got friend-zoned. Exactly. Does anyone think Nijisanji is going to last a few years? God, no. I hope not. That's not how blood types work. Exactly. It's their identity, not yours. Yeah, exactly. Might be bringing up scared of the LGBT. Might be upbringing being scared of the LGBT. You know what? I guarantee that's what it is. If you're questioning your sexuality and your identity, but you grow up in an intensely like homophobic household, why is my model freaking out? God damn it. You internalize a lot of that hate, and you don't really know how to deal with it. And when you're... Why is my model freaking the fuck out? You internalize it, and then you lash out because you can't express yourself, and you see other people expressing yourself, and despite not understanding it, it's definitely jealousy. There's jealousy at work there. Maybe his parents are conservative. It sounds like it. Egg. Yep, egg. What's an egg? Okay. So, in the LGBT community, so you're in this metaphor, your shell is what you are biologically, right? Like, I'm not here to have the trans biology debate here, but you were assigned, let's say, male at birth or whatever, biologically male, whatever terminology you want to use, I don't give a shit. You, born and raised dude, let's say. But on the inside, you feel in your yolk, as it were, inside, the inside your shell, inside your egg, you feel like a girl. Well, here's the thing. Eggs, much like people struggling with their trans identity, that outer shell is fragile. And once it cracks, everything kind of spills out. And then you reveal, you just kind of explode out into the world like, I am actually a woman, this is me, blah. And it's kind of it's oftentimes a big old mess. So the cracking an egg metaphor is like, my shell is one thing, my yolk is another. One day you're going to crack and everything's going to come spilling out. And I actually like the metaphor quite a bit, but if you're not inside the LGBT and you don't understand all the terms, it can definitely sound confusing. So I'm absolutely expecting this egg to crack. I mean, he's got all of the signs. He is homophobic and transphobic, yet at the same time pretending to be gay and pretending to be a girl. Egg behavior, dude. He's gonna crack so hard. Honestly, I feel like this is probably a story that's played out millions of times all over the world, where someone's just insecure, they're an egg, but they're afraid to crack because they know they won't be accepted by the people around them. So they just hide and get bitter and jealous and angry and lash out. And look, you either crack and, reveal yourself to be who you are, or you mentally crack and then chaos and disgusting behavior happen. And it sounds like the second is what's going to happen. Sooner or later that cracks, and that's either going to be the egg or your mentality. All right, let's see. Trans people make me uncomfortable, and pregnant women. And pregnant women? What? Why pregnant women? What? Pregnant women? Look, I'm not one of those people that thinks the only purpose that women serve is to have babies. But, that's kind of biologically their main purpose. What do you mean you're uncomfortable by pregnant women? That's their whole spiel. That's one of their identifying... How? I've never in my life seen a pregnant woman and thought about it for more than half a second. It's just oh yeah, that's a human doing what that human was biologically built to do. This sentence bothers me so much. Why? Why? Java and I would make friends with someone else by the name of Trouser Gravy. Okay. That's out of left field, but whatever. We all became friends. Trouser and I were... Don't call him Trouser. Can someone in this story be called fucking John or Dave? Why do we gotta have, Java, the coffee, and Trouser Gravy? This is one thing I hate about the VTuber community. You're trying to have a serious conversation about serious abuse, and you've got rolling on the floor laughing alligator, a sperm joke, and a type of coffee all interacting. I can't take this seriously. It's serious stuff. VTubers were a mistake. All right. If you're going to become a VTuber, can you at least have the decency to name yourself something that doesn't sound stupid when you try to be serious? All right. Let's see. Trouser and I were older than Java, so we would advise him on hard situations online, splitting the cost of gifts. Oh, that's cool. Birthday and Christmas. Java would then start to lie about his activities to both of us or blow us off. That's weird. Maybe he's upset that... I don't know. Let's see. Java was not a good liar. Of course not. He's 18. Nobody who's 18 is a good liar. You ever had a teenager lie to your face with full confidence and it's so obvious that they're lying, but they won't admit it no matter how much you go, dude, just tell me the fucking truth. You're clearly lying. You're so bad at this. Teenagers are bad at lying. Come up with fake excuses. Java would start to stream on his Twitch channel under the name of Java. Again, gaining popularity by pretending to be a girl on VR chat to trick popular streamers, such as Soda Poppin'. Oh, so there's probably clips of this. Interesting. What's his name? Soda Poppin' Java. I wonder if there's clips. Don't see one. Okay. By seducing them and then revealing he was a guy. Honestly, the fake girl pranks, I think are pretty harmless for the most part. Depending on how far you take it. This just sounds like good, clean fun. Because, finding out that, you know the joke. Everyone online is a dude until proven otherwise. And if you fall for it, that's on you. You know what I mean? You just assume that everyone you're talking to online is a 45-year-old, fat, balding, white guy. Just assume. It's safer that way. That's what I assume until proven otherwise. Managing his community. He would end up making 2 sock puppet Twitter accounts to harass others during the Nijisanji audition process. One named Lolly Springer, and the other's Puckers Walker. Fuck are these names? Okay, is sock puppet Twitter account, is that a term that I'm not familiar with? Sock puppet? Like, is that a slang term I'm not familiar with? Or, like, literally the profile picture is a sock puppet? I'm gonna check real quick. Okay, I Googled it and Reddit explained the egg versus shell thing. Okay. Interesting metaphor for coming out of the closet. Indeed. Is that a fetish thing for pregnant women? See, out of all the fetishes, none of which makes sense to me. The pregnant one is probably the most, like, logical. Because, like, that's, like, the end result. Which is ironically one of the rare fetishes. I don't understand allosexuals. Y'all weird. Let's see. I feel kind of bad that Luca went through that. I do too. Like, having inner turmoil about your identity and not being able to express it does suck, genuinely. Like, there's no two ways about it. Even if he's an asshole later in this story, which it sounds like he is, it's at least not out of, nowhere. I feel like I'm kind of getting the vibe to where this is going. He does sound kind of like some D-list superhero comedy name. Java's girl voice is impressive. Is it? No judge, those usernames you'll regret for years to come. There's a lot of usernames that I am so glad I have died a long, long ago. I don't remember what my first username was, but I know I probably wouldn't like it now. All right. It means a false online identity. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you. Why is she leading him on? I don't know, dude. Like, if your friend is into you and you recognize that, you have to address it. Because otherwise it's going to continue being a problem. Like, I know it's awkward, but you have to address it. If it's using alt accounts to be toxic or upvote your own stuff. Okay. So it is a slang term. Okay. I'm just stupid and out of the loop. I'm just a boomer. Okay. All right, let's see. Poggy Woggy Chimp. God, that's such a fucking stupid name. This is such a weirdly specific thing to lie about on 2 separate alts. Male VTubers at the moment, this is not entertaining. They're more focused on complaining about being a male VTuber. 98% of them don't have the personality for it. Honestly, I know he's like the villain of this story, but can I just say, when it comes to content creation in general, but definitely VTubers specifically, 98% of the people that I see, I feel like really don't have the personality for it. You see people doing it, it looks easy, you try to do it, but they don't put any effort into it, they don't have any energy for it, they're playing, some free-to-play game that came out like 10 years ago that nobody gives a shit about, nobody is actively looking for. They're, you tune into their streams and they're not even speaking, they're just playing a video game in complete silence. Like, being a content creator, while definitely not a quote-unquote real job, it is a very easy job compared to like construction or whatever. But it does take talent and effort to be good at it. And there's a reason not everybody is an entertainer. It's a rare skill, and I don't have it. That's why I have 4,000 subscribers. We've yet to see a dominant individual male VTuber, and I can only name a couple that will take the spot soon. I feel like being like a dominant alpha male doesn't really fly in the VTuber community. Can we be so fucking for real? Like, the most popular joke about like male VTubers is that they're simps, betas, bullying the streamer is so ingrained in Twitch culture that if you actually tried to be, I'm an alpha male, I'm a Chad, respect me, you would get ripped to shreds, my guy. That's why you haven't seen alpha males, because you'd be laughed out of the VTuber scene. I'm telling you. It only works when you're fucking Andrew Tate and your entire audience is 13-year-old boys who think your word is gospel. It doesn't work in the VTubing community. I'm gonna laugh at you. That's a whole nother tangent. See, I'm not saying you complain. Most just don't have the mentality to aim for the top, and you can agree most do. I have 2 friends that got their email 2 weeks ago. Aside from that, they can't say anything else. If you haven't gotten anything, you didn't make it. I don't know. Like, I understand why this is interpreted as bullying. And I definitely wouldn't, like, comment on people's pages and tell them, you suck, you're not going to get anywhere, give up. Like, that's definitely bullying. But also, he's not entirely wrong. You just, when you're interacting with someone directly, you want to hype them up, not bring them down. Even if you're right, that doesn't mean you should speak. We should make an effort to build each other up, not tear each other down. Crabs in a bucket mentality, dude. Just because you're quote unquote right doesn't mean you get to be a dick. That's what, like, you remember the, I don't know if anyone in my chat is old enough to remember this, but like back in the 90s and early 2000s, every dude who was an atheist was like, had such a chip on their shoulder and was such an absolute asshole about it. And they acted like they were a fucking intellectual, like they were above everyone else. And it absolutely killed the entire movement. And now nobody mentions it anymore. And it's no longer quote unquote cool, you know, or like edgy to be an atheist, because everyone who's proud of being an atheist is a fucking loser. Even if you're quote unquote right, you know, like scientifically there's no evidence of God, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, dude. It doesn't make you better than anyone else just because you think you're right. Shut the fuck up. Being right doesn't give you free... I've said this already. I'm repeating myself. I need to shut the fuck up. This stream is going to be like 12 hours long because I'm not going to shut up. Let's see. Okay. More tweets. I don't know. All right. I feel like we're let's see. Okay, history is Luca. I remember when Java got an email asking for an interview from Any Color as we were hanging out in VR chat together when he randomly started to shout and exclaim he got the email. We were both very excited. Sweet, awesome. He asked me what he should wear, sent me a pic, blah, 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 blah. Cool, cool, cool. Our relationship was still very good. I don't know. It sounds like your relationship was awkward at this point, but whatever. Spitball names, yada, yada, yada. Couldn't come up with a name. I ended up naming it Augustus. Oh, don't like that name. Luca is a much better name than Augustus. What are you, a Roman emperor? Emperor Augustus. Get out of here. We would talk about aspirations, blah, blah, blah. He wanted a non-lewd say-so personality and really play into the Mafia-esque character. You know, honestly, I feel like that's the route. Like, some people can be Vox Akuma and be, you know, a thirst trap hornball male, but honestly, lewd content, especially as a male streamer, is generally the way to go. Because the VTuber market, you know what, I'm going to shut up. I was about to go on another tangent. I'm going to shut up. What I'm saying is, broadly, you will have more broad appeal if you have a non-lewd persona as a male VTuber, and that's all I'll say. I could go on a tangent explaining it, but I feel like that's obvious. Alright, most of the things he was commissioned for went off without a hitch, frustrations, yada yada, life. Shortly after debuting, Luca would completely cut off contact with his friends he made before Nijisanji. Never voiced any issues with these friends, wouldn't hang out with them. When he talked later about his friends treating him poorly, he was strictly referring to Rafflegator. Luca would start to grow apart. I mean, this could be a dick move. It absolutely could. But also, sometimes people just grow apart. Like, getting accepted into Nijisanji, even though I hate Nijisanji with every fiber of my being, it's still a big move. Like, you're finances are changing, your persona is changing, the community around you is changing. You're in a completely different environment, and that puts you in a different headspace. And it could be like, oh, I can't stand to be around these fucking peasants. But like, there could also be a legitimate reason for just growing apart when you're in a completely different headspace. So I don't know. We don't know. He would accuse me of expecting too much of him. All I would ask is that he wanted to play a game together, get in VR chat, or watch something. I mean, he was probably busy. Comparing me to his abusive mother. Oh, Jesus. He would victimize himself if I did ask. Kept reassuring me that if I could go to him for anything, vent any time. Even love bomb me in the morning after he woke up. Guys. Men. Lads. Gentlemen. Penis havers in the chat. If you have a relationship with a female friend or girlfriend, or you got a flirtationship, situationship, whatever, if you're being a dick and then you acknowledge you're being a dick, love bombing doesn't make up for it. It just puts them in an awkward and confusing headspace where they don't know how to feel about you. It doesn't wash away the way you treated them. They don't get amnesia and go, oh, wait, I thought he was a bad guy. Turns out he's super nice. That's not how it works. If you're concerned about being an asshole, change. Long term. Make progress over time. Love bombing doesn't work. It just makes things more toxic and stressful. And you give yourself a pat on the back like, yeah, that made up for it, and then immediately go back to being a dickhead. Don't love bomb. Just be better. If you acknowledge that you have flaws, work on them. It's like, you know how when you watch like romantic movies or romantic comedies, there's always that scene where there's this great big gesture that shows how much he loves them. In real life, if you don't have the lead up to back that up, if you don't have a pattern of good behavior and affection and patience and trust, it's just a really, really bad apology. Love bomb should come at the tail end of an upward momentum, like a climax of an upward swing, not a punctuation of like, oh shit, I'm an asshole. It doesn't work. Don't do it. I see it happen so often. Quit. When I did ask to hang out or vent, he would get upset, then make me feel guilty and minimize my feelings because he could never do enough or never live up to my expectations. This got worse as time went on. Man, the thing is like, he's being a dick, but also his entire world just got flipped upside down after joining Nijisanji. So he's probably very stressed and he's handling it very poorly. Probably because he's 18 and he's just became a celebrity. Because let's be honest, micro-celebrity maybe. It is Nijisanji, not, Hollywood, but you got an 18-year-old who is effectively just thrown into celebrity status. They're probably all kinds of discombobulated. But when you see somebody going through this, where they're love bombing and then they're being a dick, they're evasive and then they're super friendly and they're back and forth. Generally the best thing to do if you see someone doing this is to give them space. Be like, you need a break. You need to sort your shit out. And I'm not going to sit here and let you yank me back and forth and rattle me in my emotions. Work on your shit. Come back. That's consistently a better thing to do. Okay. The Ring Fit Adventure incident. Oh, we've got our first incident. All right. This happened early on. Luca had 2 moderators, including me. Luca streamed Ring Fit. Blah, 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 blah. I rewatched parts of it and saw chat. Knowing my best friend for years at this point, I asked if he was comfortable with what was being said in chat. He told me he wasn't, and he didn't like being sexualized, and just wanted to work out on stream while being entertaining. I fully understand people don't want to be sexualized, that's a totally reasonable thing. But you're also a VTuber. You're also on the internet. You're part of the sort of like idol anime space. This is kind of part of the package. It's not wrong to feel upset, but you have to mentally prepare yourself long before you get into this game that people are going to be horny about you. That's just a fact, right? If you're going to try and become a VTuber, be prepared for people to lewd you. It's not something you can avoid. Doesn't matter whether or not you make it clear in your rules. People are going to make sexual comments because that's the culture. Doesn't mean it's good, doesn't mean it's right. I'm just telling you it's going to happen. Prepare yourself. I took this as I should moderate this behavior in chat and steer people away from posting sexual comments. Okay, solid. Luca would stream Ring Fit again, and I would be more active in moderating. Myself and another mod had no channel rules at this time, so we had to do things at our own discretion. Let's see. I didn't ban or time out people for using the hot sweaty emoji face, but I did encourage the use of another when a user suggested it. I only time people out for obvious sexual posts. Okay? Sounds like you're being a good friend. I called out one user for accusing Luca of moaning on purpose. Told him that he was just breathing heavily. This seems pretty normal. What's it? Until the very end where someone would super chat Luca asking why his moderators were banning people. We weren't, they were timing people out. And Luca would say he would talk with us. I ended up messaging him in a panic, letting him know that we did not ban anyone, only timed out. I talked to him after the stream. He would craft a tweet and ask if it was okay to post, that he trusts his moderators. Okay. It seems pretty minor. I don't know why this is an incident. Let's see. I would sit on Twitter and apologize to people personally about what happened on stream and explain the timeouts. Some took this as an attack, which led to both Luca and I being attacked. That's weird. Harassed, doxed, having our pictures plastered across social media, and more. What? I personally received a multitude of death threats for timing people out? Bro, what? What the fuck? This put a giant strain on our friendship, even asked to speak to... Okay, this is not your fault, though. He didn't want to be sexualized. You timed people out for sexualizing him, and apparently people immediately resort to death threats and doxing? What the fuck, dude? This community has so many problems. This event isn't on either of them, I don't think. Like, I know the whole point is, like, that these people are, like, toxic or whatever, but, like, that's just the internet being the internet. You can't let that destroy your friendship. That's just people being wildly overreacting. Like, you won't let me lewd my anime boy? Fuck you! Die! People are fucking stupid. Alright. Let's see. Luca would complain and start comparing numbers to his wave mates. Had always been obsessed with comparing himself to others. That's just being self-conscious. That happens. Viewer count, yeah. The number fixation is what drove him away from what he originally wanted to portray. Luca would start to pander more. He would Fujo bait. Brother, you just had a whole incident where you were mad at people sexualizing you, and now you're Fujo baiting with the other boys? Brother. I wasn't mad before, I'm disappointed now. What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't get upset when you're sexualized and then Fujo bait. You're fucking stupid and you deserve whatever happens after this. Leaning towards more boyfriend experience? No! Boyfriend experience and girlfriend experience content never end well. You're inviting parasocial fans, which you clearly don't want. No! You're your friend. You're his friend. Talk to him. No. Once there was a content shift, it was time. I would occasionally watch his streams, but I couldn't even talk because I felt like I was walking on eggshells. Couldn't joke. Somehow all we could talk about was Nijisanji in his streams. This is going to hell. Alright, Jesus, there's so many shirtless fan arts I cannot retweet them because it'll just be weird. Brother, you're Fujo baiting. Brother. Thinking about my voice peak 1 hour ago being sexual makes me uncomfortable and I don't want that up. Then don't put it up. Don't leave it up. Stop. He would get extremely frustrated and uncomfortable about people sexualizing him early on, especially if they compared him to Vox Akuma. He would deny he was being sexual. Brother, This is your fault. Stop. You are creating your own hell. Stop. I have actual anxiety. He believed he deserved as much attention as his other wave mates were getting, mainly Vox. He would constantly be on sites like Wooba, like 4chan. No! Not 4chan. No! Stop him! No! Blame it on Selene showing him. Don't blame Selene. He would go ego search on Twitter. No! He would show me fan art and clips. Oh my god. He would message fans and lie about what? No! 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 Don't message your fans! You're inviting them to be parasocial. I'm watching this man create his own nightmare in real time. Oh! I need a break. I need to check chat. Holy shit. Dude! Alright. Alright, let me check chat. Beals, we're old. I am old. I hate how my model will just randomly lean back like that. I'm not leaning back IRL, I'm just losing tracking, and it's freaking the fuck out. Alright. Sounds like toxic friends with benefit situation, which ends badly most of the time. Yeah! 100%. There's a theory about VTubers and the people Yagu hired. For example, Subaru joined Hololive because her house burned down. Coco crashed a car into the HQ. Oh, yeah. I remember that lore. Creatively speaking, it is tricky while not physically too demanding. Exactly, 100%. Does he mean dominant in the sense of dominating the market or in terms of personality? I think he means in terms of personality. Dominating the market can happen even if you're submissive, beta, whatever buzzword. Like Lopi, for example. Lopi is not an alpha Chad. She's not a dominant type, but she's still absolutely crushing it in her niche. But no one would ever call her dominant. You know what I mean? Imagine Andrew Tate as a VTuber. Well, he calls himself Cobra Tate, right? Maybe his avatar would be a cobra. I'd tune into one stream just for the memes. Alright. We take pride in tearing our VTuber Oshi's a new one up in this bitch. Hell yeah, dude, it's part of the fun. I think the tail end of the atheist thing was on YouTube, the skeptic community. 100%. 100%. Beals, you and I don't know how to shut up. Facts. Augustus is either a Roman emperor or a space marine. I'm nice sometimes. My dad uses that logic too. Oh my god, parents are... I'm not going to go on this rant, but just know I have a rant in the back of my mind about how parents gaslight the fuck out of you to like, oh, we weren't bad parents. We were nice sometimes. Apologize, then move on. Absolutely. I have this said penis. I will write this down. What? I have said this. I have this said... What? I have no idea what this comment is trying to say. I've read an autobiography for Jeanette McCurdy and Fame of Kind messed her up as a kid. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Fame and youth are not great combinations because the developing mind can't handle that amount of attention and stress. It's bad for a developing mind. My dad used to love bomb my mom after he's terrible to her. And here's the thing, did he ever actually change? Exactly. That's why it's a toxic behavior. Just because what you're doing is nice in the moment doesn't mean it's not toxic. Because the best thing to do is to grow and evolve as a person. Not make one big, oh shit, I'm sorry about for everything. For timing people sounds like the Silver Veil thing. Could be. He went and pulled the Vox. Yep. Maybe he looked up to Vox. I think he looks up to Vox in terms of Vox's status, not necessarily Vox as a person. Willing to bet, as we scroll through, he'll probably be shit-talking Vox. In fact, I guarantee it. Like, because when you are jealous of someone, You want what they have and you're mad at them for having it. And that's very toxic and unhealthy. You see why I compared this to the Mafu Mafu? Yes, I do actually. Holy shit. That's a yikes on so many levels. 100%. The parents trying to sweep under the rug of how parents traumatized you? Yeah. I could go on a rant about that. Choosing not to. Choosing peace in my life. Just know I am... Just know I have opinions. Alright, let's get back. Okay, so we're definitely picking up a vibe, right? His identity is weird. His sexuality is weird. He is emotional. He is unstable. There's no way this goes well. What page are we on? 18? Alright. Okay. And these are just screenshots proving... Wait, what's this? Again, he would use, against the modeler's rules, a password-protected MMD model of Luca in VR chat if we ever did hang out. He would go undercover in the Nijisanji Express train world Selen made, and eventually the Luxium VR chat world to interact with fans, and even reveal he was Luca in disguise? Why? 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 I just want to know why. What universe does this... Why do you need to, like, go Spec Ops and infiltrate your own fan base? Because here's the thing. If you go looking for trouble, you find it. If you go looking for people shit-talking you, you're gonna find it. If you have a fragile ego, the last thing you want to do is to ego search, because you will always be disappointed. No one thinks you are as cool as you think you are. Period. End of story. End of statement. End of sentence. End of book. No one thinks you're as cool as you think you are. There's this thing called delusions of grandeur, a symptom of narcissism. You think you're hot shit and you don't like your status being challenged. And here's the thing, if you don't like your status being challenged, don't look for people to challenge it. You know the expression shooting yourself in the foot? My man is taking an entire RPG and just aiming it at his foot and going, this probably won't blow up in my face. There's no way this ends well. Stop. This is gonna sound parasocial, I promise it's not. I wish Luca was my friend so I could have talked him through this, because I've been through this, I've had friends go through this, I'm very experienced in this headspace mentally, and I feel like I could have helped him. I feel like I could have gone and, like, knocked some sense into this man, because he's 18 and self-obsessed and in emotional turmoil. I wish I had the opportunity to be there for him, so I could have prevented some of what I assume is about to be very, very bad. This feels like prologue to something very, very bad happening, and it's spiking my anxiety. How bad does this get? Oh my god. Luca lamenting that the Luca Kaneshiro MMD model he downloaded was password protected and admitted he shouldn't be using it. During his streams, Luca would play copyrighted music from the Tokoyami Toa of Hololive. He found a random YouTube playlist of copyright-free music and did not vet it and thought it would be okay to play this music on stream. He has a habit of asking for forgiveness later instead of for permission. Yeah. Look, guys. Copyright on YouTube is no fucking joke. It is so easy to get copyright strikes and claims and getting your video blocked or demonetized. Don't fuck with copyright. You only invite trouble if you're like, this is probably fine. Don't chance it. Don't get your entire fucking stream demonetized. If I upload a video and it gets demonetized, I can edit it and re-upload it, and it's a pain in the ass, but it'll be fine. A live stream? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of content getting demonetized because you didn't double check? Dumbass behavior. Don't do that. This is... How many guns has he aimed at his foot at this point and not expected to shoot himself in the foot? This is like the 15th gun he's aimed directly at his own foot. Luca would antagonize 4chan, because that's smart. After a hand-canned stream where he carved a jack-o'-lantern, a tweet would have random capitalized letters that would read, "Rent L free?" What? Really had fun today, looking forward to the next week's schedule. What? I don't understand. What does this mean? What? Rent L... I don't understand. I don't... What is rent L free? I don't understand. What does this mean? What? I understand that it's a coded message. I don't know what this coded message means. Not entirely sure I care either, to be honest. Luca's disagreements with other livers. Here we go. Now this is going to get bad. I'm like simultaneously looking forward to and dreading what's about to come. In one of the earliest instances of this, when Luca was having a spat with Ike, Ike would offer to mix one of Luca's covers and would go silent on updates. This would lead Luca to pester him for updates, and upon receiving none, he would go commission someone else. Okay. After he told Ike this, Ike would start to talk to him again and allegedly accuse Luca of wasting his time and would get upset about it. Okay. Here's the thing, right? I feel like this is one of those things that's going to end poorly, but no one is actually in the wrong. Because, like, it was kind of Ike to offer to mix the audio for one of the covers. But if you offer to do work for someone and then don't do it, you can't be upset when they find someone else. Like, don't offer to do work and then not fulfill, right? Like, there's so many times where, like, I've had a friend who, like, they commission an artist and they're super excited, and the artist, like, ghosts them for, like, 3 or 4 months, and then they come back with, like, oh, my, you know, with some excuse, and they're like, fuck it, I'll just figure out how, you know, I'll just go on Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, because at least Stable Diffusion takes minutes instead of 3 goddamn months. Like, I know Ike wasn't doing it, like, to be as a profession, but, like, this is how you lose people, right? It's how you lose clients, it's how you lose people, it's how you bring down the entire concept of commissioned work. If you want to be creative and you make a promise, you have to fulfill it. Ike would also be vocal on streams, such as during the Friday 13th and Among Us VR collab, about how Luca annoyed him, which in turn caused Luca to be frustrated with him. Yeah. Like, I'm sure Ike had a valid reason for not being able to have a quick turnaround, but... I'm just resting, debating messaging Ike. He's been a fucking dickhead this past week. He's very vocal about that he dislikes me. Oh, that's not good. Why is this something that needs to come up on stream, though? Like, even if we're fully Team Ike in this situation, like, let's say Ike fully 100% had a valid reason for not giving updates and not fulfilling his obligation that he promised, right? Let's say we're fully Team Ike. Even if Luca's being the asshole, this is a very petty dispute. There's a very minor dispute, and you don't need to bring it up on stream. The part of being a VTuber, especially a corporate VTuber, part of the allure and part of the tightrope you have to walk is keep up a professional image. Guys, if you are a corporate VTuber, your gen mates are not random ass people. They are not acquaintances. They're not just your friends. They are your co-workers. This is your job, okay? there is a bare minimum level of professionalism that is required and expected of the company you fucking work for. If you have issues with your coworkers, especially something this petty, you don't bring it up on stream. Maybe bring it up with management if it's really bothering you. Maybe bring it up with the other members, friends, whatever. Handle it emotionally. The fan base doesn't need to know about your petty drama. Ike, come on, man. Ike, come on. I don't hate Ike. Nor do I think he's a bad person, but I'm just saying, come on, man. Don't do this. Be professional. You do this for a living. Protect what you do for a living. Be professional. For Luxium's first anniversary, Luca would attempt to gather Luxium for ideas on what to do for their anniversary. She would be the only other member to reply to him. Luca expressed frustration with how other livers acted towards him because of this. I mean... See, the thing is, this whole document is framed in a way that it's exposing Luca for bad behavior. But, like, I'd be frustrated too, honestly. Like, I don't think he's being rational. I don't think he's being calm and level-headed. I don't think he's being his best self. But, like, everything so far are things that would irritate me too. You know what I mean? If I was part of a company and we made waves and we were popular, we succeeded, and someone was like, hey, let's do an anniversary stream, I'd be I'd be, hell yeah, let's brainstorm, let's work together, let's, come up with a plan. I'd be hyped. So I'm a little bit disappointed that the other people weren't as hyped. Doesn't mean they're bad people. I'm just saying I understand why it's frustrating. All right, what's this? Let's see. So, okay. AR Live would be canceled and everyone in Luxium would go on strike except for Luca. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought all of Luxium went on strike after that AR Live. For those who don't know, the Luxium boys were very, very pissed about the live event being canceled, and they refused to stream. And they tried to bring their grievances to management, and I actually think that some people believe that was childish to do. Personally, I'm pro-union. If you've got a serious grievance with management and it's a valid grievance, unionize. But maybe that's just because I'm an anti-capitalist. But let's see how this goes. I'm surprised that Luca didn't strike. If management is being a dickhead and treating you poorly, you should support your boys. Luca would express disdain for how this and how his wavemates handled the situation, including slighting management on Twitter. Vox would try to organize meetings and bring grievances to management, such as their merch cut. He would call his wavemates childish and express how he and Alir would discuss other livers' behavior at this time. Okay, we know from Mista that their merch cut was 2%, which is not enough. Am I wrong? Chat. Guys, am I wrong for thinking that these are valid concerns? You've got a big event that was canceled, you're getting shit merch cuts, you're being... I don't know. Is that childish? Am I biased? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm going to check chat. All right. Let's see. Luca needed a good friend at this time. I agree. Holy shit. This is not great behavior, but I feel like this could have been solved with a solid, bestie who was intelligent and mature. Beals, I can fix him, trust me, bro. That hurts, and I don't have the time to explain why. But yes, that is my general vibe. Yikes, playing the Rivals Company music on stream. I heard False ID got striked twice by Nijisanji. When Nijisanji said they were going to start striking people who were, defaming them, I thought they were going to go after trolls, and instead they're going after, False and Kyo. I'm so disappointed that's how that shook out. God damn it. Niji will copyright itself. I know, it's fucking stupid. Rent L free. Living in your head rent free. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Living in your head rent free. I'm so fucking stupid. He's taking the mafia lore seriously with all these guns pointing at him. It's slang for living rent free. Okay, thank you. Sounds like a miscommunication issue with like, I fully agree. Like, it's 100% miscommunications. You gotta play nice with others and be a team player within a company. Exactly. 100%. But it's in the contract, you deal with it yourself. Exactly. Be an adult. It's more exposing the internal state of the company at the moment. I would say this. Thank you, Fate, for bringing that up, because this is something that I've wanted to talk about for a long time, and this is a perfect opportunity to do it. Where is management during all this? Right? The talents are infighting. Everyone's pissed. They're literally unionizing. Where is management? Like, I understand that in the contract it says sort it out yourself, but like, if you're a manager of your talents and you give a shit about their success, should you not weigh in and try and help? Would you not want to be, maybe therapist isn't the right word, but would you not at least want to be the adult in the room? Like, Luca is 18, right? He's a teenager. In other words, not a lot of life experience. If you're a manager, you probably have more life experience. If you are managing teenagers, it is in your best interest to corral these emotionally turbulent teenagers and help them sort through your shit. Do your job. I don't care if it's in your contract that you don't have to. Do it anyway. Be the adult. Manage your talents, manager. Give a shit. So thank you for giving me a chance to express that. What is management doing in all of this? Because it sounds like they're not doing anything at all. I bet everyone is going to say male VTubers are terrible. People have been saying that since the very beginning. People just want big titty anime waifus and everything else is... People take this shit way too seriously. I have a whole rant about the way people act around male VTubers, but I won't get into it. The fans don't need to know about your petty drama. Oh, Beelzy, how ironic of you of all people to say that. You know what's funny about that is, like, if people actually acted how I felt like they should act and actually took my advice, I wouldn't have a job. The only reason I have a job and the only reason I get to stream and make content and talk and, complain is because people are sharing their petty drama. This might sound stupid and like self-sabotaging. I'd rather not have a job than watch as all this petty drama comes out. Like, I'm going to capitalize on it for sure and make content about it. But only because I want people to know, don't do this. I would rather you put me out of a job than have to deal with my community on fire every goddamn week. I'd rather not make... Does that sound self-sabotaging? I don't know. Vox trying to unionize Nijisanji. 2% is enough. It's not. It's really not. I do agree that disputes should not be public and should be raised to management, but we also know Niji management sucks. We've had a lot of details come out about Nijisanji management, or lack thereof, just how garbage it is in general. If they were awake and paying attention, I feel like management could have potentially stopped a lot of this drama. That strike the boys took was a rare W in the Niji space, if only there were a management W. I agree. I would agree, but college grade interns. You have too much faith in humanity. If my worst flaw is being too optimistic, I'll take it. My optimism, I am frequently punished for my optimism, but I still have it. Against all odds. Shows you have a good art. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know, man. I will say, though, what's funny to me, what's super ironic is that Luca is calling his wave mates childish, and we have spent 22 pages going over how childish Luca is. Pot meet kettle, am I right? This is the biggest pot calling the kettle black moment I've ever seen. Your friends are unionizing, and you're calling them childish. Meanwhile, you can't even sort out whether or not you want a horny bait on stream. Get your shit together, dude. Ugh. Isn't Niji EN management just Alira? It feels like it, doesn't it? Oh, you dear sweet summer child. Look, I'm not innocent. I'm just optimistic, damn it. All right. He would ignore my request of not talking about Nijisanji 24/7. He would get me involved with his work, like building Disneyland. This is why it's so hard to take these situations seriously, guys. Disneyland. I'm supposed to be serious and treat this situation with gravitas while talking about D's nuts. A D's nuts joke? Come on. So we could... I will say this, though. I will say this. I am guilty of this. Being a content creator, and with content taking so much of my free time up, a very common solution that presents itself is just involving my friends in my work so I have an excuse to spend time with them. It doesn't work, usually, but it feels like such an easy solution. It's like, I want to do this creative project, but I want to spend time with my friends. I know, I'll fuse the two. It never works, but I'm going to keep trying. I can understand why that would feel shitty, where like the only time your friends will spend time with you is if you're interested in their hyperfixation. And I understand that sucks, but I can't judge because I do the exact same thing all the time. I'm terrible for it. I'm so bad. It's like, it's the same way with D&D. I'm obsessed with D&D. And I ignore my friends when it's not about D&D. I'm so terrible. Don't be like me. Don't be like me and Luca. It's bad. I'm a hypocrite for saying it, but don't be like me. Spend time with your friends casually. Make time. It's always worth it. Anyway, my work for Luca. I was paid in cash or gifts for everything I did for Luca, except for mod work. Okay, cool. I tried to make a simple contract with Luca later on, as he wanted to pay me a monthly salary to be more or less his assistant and work on various projects. Cool. In which he denied the contract and wouldn't allow me to send invoices for the work. What the fuck, dude? If your friend is being your assistant and you want them to be involved in your work, as you just pointed out, pay them. Why is this an issue? It's not that hard. What? You even said you wanted to pay them a salary. Why is this an issue? What? I would have to remind him monthly to pay me in the amount he said he would, and then he would send me money via PayPal and label it as commissions or as my birthday. Why? What? Why? Bro, why is this an issue? I'm so baffled. Why would you want to involve someone in your work, say that you're going to pay them, and then deny making it official and then not pay them? Why make the offer if you weren't going to follow through? What the fuck, dude? Don't. You were mad at Ike for doing the exact same thing, bro. You were mad at Ike for promising to do work for you and then not following through. Now you're doing the exact same thing. You're such a hypocrite, bro. People shouldn't have to remind you to pay them if you offered to pay them. That hurts. That hurts my soul. That causes me physical pain. Happy birthday, commission service, commission. Why? Why are you like this? What do you gain from this? I don't understand. Sigh. Mod work. Myself and a fan from Luca's past life were his two mods. We had a private Discord for our mod activities. I had zero intention for this channel. Something would come up like his chatters calling him daddy, and I would have to ask after the fact if it was okay or not, and he often didn't give us a straight answer. This seems to be a pattern. Have you noticed that? Like, he's conflicted internally. Like, he's so conflicted and inconsistent. And I don't think he's doing it maliciously, but when you have people who work for you, you need to be consistent. Get your shit together, brother. Or he would say he was uncomfortable, but then go and do it anyways. After the ring fit incident, we both told him he couldn't avoid making rules any longer. We came up with the pretty standard VTuber chat rules, which he disliked, but I decided to implement them and added unclear wording by rewriting all of them to include Twitch slang such as Pog. Why is the friend here having to be the adult for the streamer? In this context, the streamer should be the adult in the room. Like, your mods are not your parents. They're not your boss. They shouldn't have to do this. This is entirely your responsibility. You can't be uncomfortable, complain about it, and then do nothing about it. Grow up, dude. Grow up, actually. What are these rules? Do not be a weird champion that is super unpog. Cringe. The cringe, it hurts. Oh god. I've been shot. That's the cringiest thing I've ever read. Don't be a weird champion that's unpog. I'm in pain. Send a doctor. Call an ambulance. I'm in pain. All right. that hurt. That caused pain. Be respectful to one another. We only pog and not weird. Come on, dude. No. Please avoid one-man spamming. Do not backseat. Stay on topic. Why? Nobody likes this. No one likes. Oh my god. You can. This dates this post so hard. Remember Pog? Remember Poggers? Remember Weird Champ? Oh my god. Regrettable time in slang history. Regrettable time in slang. I regret this era of the internet. I do not look upon it fondly. It was so cringe. Can I get a Pog in chat if you've said Pog unironically? You know you did. We all did. Alright, what's chat up to? The mouse what does came for the... What? I have no idea what you're trying to say, Tomahawk. I think Alira, Vox, and Ike are EN management these days, or trying to. It sounds like it. Niji would have gotten their fingers in it if he done that. What? I have no idea. If it's too high, negotiate the terms. 100%. Luca seems very indecisive. He is. He's being a child. He's being a teenager. Which, as Tomahawk points out, he is 18. He's acting like a teenager because he is a teenager. Because Luca is 18 and Raz is 24 in this situation. Hey, look at that. Didn't I call that out on page, 1? I called that out on page 1, and here it comes. Page 24. It's Raz is the adult in this situation. This is why age gaps can be weird in friendships, because one of you always ends up being the adult. But Luca should be the adult in this situation. I don't know, man. Why is he like this? Because he's a teenager. He's an emotional... judging by what we know about his parents and his upbringing, he's poorly raised, emotionally unstable. This dude needs a dad. Like, can we be honest? Is that too far? Is that, offensive to say? Luca needs a dad. Like a father figure in his life to, grab him by the collar, shake him a little bit, and be like, man up! Give him a little, not discipline, but, direction. Where's Luca? Luca needs a dad. I hate that someone has to ask me for money when they say they will pay me back, but they did not pay me back. That sucks, dude. I hate when people do that. Money is one of those things that you don't fuck with, because it makes everything awkward. This is why I never exchange money with friends, ever. I don't let them pay for my meals. I don't PayPal them money. Money never exchanges between me and my friends. It always makes it always puts pressure on the friendship. Money is a relationship killer. The leading cause of divorce, according to surveys done every goddamn, few years, money is always at the top of the list. It ends relationships. I hate money. I really do. Like, it's so awkward when you're trying to be friendly, but you need something from someone and they're really starting to piss you off. It's the worst feeling. Call the cringe violence. It's been a long time since I've seen the one-man spam copy pasta on Twitch. I know. Pog, yeah. There you are. There, I see it. Pog in the chat. We were all cringe once. I still am. Feels that is not very cash money pocky walkie of you. I'm gonna need you to get turned. I'm in agony. Did you just say turned? I am suffering internally. I'm more of a Paga business person myself. No! I use the barter system with friends. Favors are a lot less stressful, in my opinion. Because, I can do a favor for a friend and not expect anything in return. And I know if we're friends long enough, eventually they'll pay it back, right? It's way easier to find equilibrium with favors than with money. Money is such a... Because money has consequences, you know what I mean? If I do... if a friend tells me they're going to pick me up, and they don't, and I have to, call an Uber or ask another friend, that kind of sucks, right? But it's at most an inconvenience. It's not going to ruin our friendship. If a friend tells me they're going to send me $300 so that I can go buy something that I want, or that I need, or rent or groceries or whatever, and then they don't, then that's a problem. Because then I plan to expect that income and I don't get it. Or if I say that, or if I pay a friend for a commission, they don't come through. See, if the commission was only ever done as a favor, right? If someone says, I'll draw you art for free, I'll be like, okay. And if I didn't pay them for it and they don't do it, that's fine. You know what? I don't care. You take all the time you need. If I pay you and we agree on a time and you're not consistent, now I'm upset. And I don't want to ruin the friendship over money, but I hate it. Went from fans calling him daddy to him saying, where's daddy? Oh, that's so accurate, though. People are calling him daddy. They should be saying, where's daddy? That is actually hysterical. That's good. I guess you could say that Luca is quite literally exhibiting fatherless behavior. He is! That's exactly what's happening. That is exactly what's happening. Guess he's still mad he did not get a lap dance. Y'all too funny. It's so good to have an active chat. Brief aside, I promise I'll get back to the documents soon. I remember doing live streams to one or two friends, and as much as I love those friends for cheering me on, it's so good to have a group of people in chat. I don't know how small streamers do it. I'm so glad I built up a YouTube following before I started live streaming more frequently. This is so good to have banter. Thank you guys for being here, genuinely. I know it's awkward or cringy to thank people for just shooting the shit, but genuinely, I appreciate you all for being here. Makes the whole stream more fun when people participate. All right. If you've ever heard a streamer say, I'd rather have an active chat than get, super chats, they're 1,000,000% serious. It's not lip service. Having an active chat and having banter, it gives you motivation, it makes better content. It's so much more valuable than a $5 dono. 1,000,000%. All right, back to the back to the document. This is more fun than I thought it would be. I was worried that this was going to be dry, but this is like, my emotions are being torn every which way. I don't know why I care so much. I don't even watch Luca all that often. All right. I would provide constant technical support. He would often ignore my help. Bro, that's just a dick move. You can't ask people for help and then ignore them. Dick move. When he had issues on stream, he gets angry, frustrated, and shuts down. Grow up, brother. Shit happens. Grow up, dude. You know who handles scuff the best out of any VTuber I've ever seen? Does chat, do you guys know Monarch, aka Amelie? You know her? Scuff queen herself, Monarch? Telling you guys, handle scuff the way Monarch does. If you don't know who I'm talking about, just type into YouTube search Monarch Scuff. You'll immediately get like 15 videos of Monarch having the absolute worst time. And here's the thing, because Monarch is a funny person who takes everything on the chin and rolls with the punches, instead of derailing the streams, it becomes clippable content. It becomes fun content. I go into a Monarch stream and pray for scuff because I know it's going to make good content. If you just get angry and shut down because something bad happened, you're being immature, number one. Number two, you're missing out on content, bro. Take advantage of problems. You, the streamer, are responsible for making everything that happens on stream entertaining. If something goes wrong, you take it on the chin and you laugh it off. If people are making fun of you, you take it on the chin and you laugh it off. If people are looting you, you can either ignore it if it genuinely bothers you, as to not promote it, because if you tell people to stop, they're just going to get pissy and do it more out of spite. Or you can laugh it off. Be funny. Be entertaining. Like what you do. Things are going to go wrong in your life. And I don't know if I should say this, because this could get taken out of context and being made to make me look bad, but it's still true, and it's part of my upbringing, so I'm going to say it. This is probably going to be taken out of context or taken poorly, but it's 100% true. I'm Jewish, okay? I come from a Jewish family. We handle all of our problems with comedy. The bubonic plague could happen tomorrow. And if I call up my uncle and be like, the bubonic plague has been unleashed, everything's going to hell, the first thing he's going to say, he's not going to be like, oh my God, are you okay? It's not going to be like, are you safe? It's not going to be like, are you vaccinated? No, he's going to spend the next 15 minutes cracking jokes. You know why? Because levity allows you to, it breaks the tension, it brings up your spirits, and once you're done laughing, you can then attack the problem with a level head. And it's genuinely, unironically, I don't care what anybody says, part of Jewish culture. You want to know why there's so many Jewish comedians? That's why. It's part of the culture. Maybe you're Jewish and you have a different experience. All experiences are valid. I'm not the archetype for everyone. I don't represent all Jews. Never pretended to, never will. Genuinely, take a page from the Jewish Upbringing Handbook. The comedy, levity always helps. Always. Like, obviously you don't want to make jokes at a funeral and like make, like be like vulgar and inappropriate at like a funeral, or like make fun of someone's trauma, right? You don't want to make someone the butt of the joke, especially when they're feeling down. But that doesn't mean never make jokes. Wait for the emotions to pass, wait for people to process, and once everything calms down and that awkward silence that happens after something bad happens, when it's awkward and you don't know what to talk about, but you still need someone there for you, crack a joke. Doesn't even have to be a good joke. Even if it's the worst joke you've ever heard in your life, they're still gonna laugh because they need levity in their life. I'm telling you guys, it's a life hack. Don't make don't make them the butt of the joke, just crack a joke. The worst, dumbest, dad joke of a pun you can think of. Just crack it. And I'm telling you, the more you do it, it'll become second nature, and you'll just start being snarkier and snarkier and funnier, and it'll become second nature. You will genuinely make more friends and like have people want to be around you more if you can just, vamp, if you can just improv, if you can just roll with the punches. I'm not very good at it, but the people who are, I'm telling you, man, people seek them out. It helps. I don't know. Maybe that's not a Jewish thing. Maybe that's just my family. I don't know. But that's just how I feel. My point is, good things are content. Bad things are content. Take it on the chin. That's my point. That was such an unnecessary rant. I'm so sorry. Nobody asked for that. Nobody requested that. I'm so sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. All right. Whenever I stream games like this, it ruins my mood like 100 times. Shit happens, bro. Take the hits on the chin and move on. Make a joke. I was credited for doing his intro video and some initial overlays. Then he debuted as Mizuchi VT. Okay. I was also credited for the project management of the Luxium VR. Gathered a lot of screenshots. Blah blah blah. Okay. During the Luxium VR chat theme project, I was not allowed to speak to other commissioned artists on the project until late into the process, which led it to being unfinished. That's weird. That's a red flag. That's what? Why? What? What do you gain from that? Look, okay. Forget everything I just said on my previous tangent. Forget jokes. Communication. If you're having a conflict, an interpersonal conflict, communication is always the answer. Every situation. Oh, you're playing D&D and you're having issues at the table, communicate. Talk about it. You're having relationship issues, talk about it. You're having friendship issues, talk about it. Bring up your concerns and hash it out. There's no situation in a person-to-person situation where you would not want people to communicate. You know what happens when you don't communicate? People don't know what's going on, and then things go wrong. This makes me angry. Maybe there's a valid reason for why they couldn't communicate, but this is stupid. This is stupid. Stupidest thing in this whole goddamn post. Talk. Let people talk. What? What are we even talking about? Talk. The fuck. All right. When I did ask Luca or say something, it would take a long while to respond, or I would have to ask multiple times. I was not allowed to speak with the rest of Luxium to get a better understanding of what they would like to represent themselves. Why? I would have to scour through wikis. What? Stream? What? Why are you doing all this extra work? Why can't you talk to them? Is this Nijisanji not letting you talk to them, or is this Luca? What? If you want someone to do something for you, you have to give them the resources for them to do it. Otherwise, their failure to produce is entirely on you. What is the motive? For what? Why? There's no universe in which this is a good strat. The fuck? Uncredited work. While I did more than what is listed below, these are just the most standout moments. I was essentially his assistant, sounds like it. And with that came a lot of smaller projects like making graphics, posting on Twitter, overlays, yeah. Disneyland. I mean, I'm not too upset about uncredited work, especially if you're being credited elsewhere. I don't know. That swings both ways. Did you need the credit? Is there a reason that you needed to get your name out there in ways that wasn't happening before? That I could see, maybe. But, if you did the work, you did what you were supposed to do and you got paid, case closed. I don't know. I think the purpose of this isn't to say that they're bitter about not being credited. I think the purpose is to say, guys, I did a lot of work for Luca and more than just what I was credited for. I think that's the point. I think they're just trying to establish that they've been here since day one doing a lot of behind the scenes work, which is relevant to this post. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I dig that. I vibe with this. Fuck yeah. I don't watch a lot of Luca, so I didn't even see this Minecraft world. That's cool. That's really cool. 10 out of 10. Hell yeah. While on Luca's account, I was building the Disneyland theme park while Pomu logged in and saw me. I was on Luca's account while it was late for him and he was asleep. She attempted to contact me, but I logged off instead. Awkward. I mean, is there a reason you couldn't talk to... The part that bugs me about this is, like, why is there secrecy? Like, what are the consequences of not communicating? I understand that Luca doesn't want you to communicate, but, like, I just don't understand. Who benefits? Communicate. What? I don't... I'm not confused by what's being said. I'm just confused, like, why not just be like, hi, Pomo, just doing some work. Like, it wouldn't be, like, even if you didn't want to reveal that you weren't Luca, it would take all of 2 seconds to be like, hi, Pomo, just doing some work. I think I'm going to head off. What? Why? I don't know. The secrecy bothers me. I don't like secrecy. You know the thing about secrets, guys, like, unless it's like your identity or something serious or like not relevant, secrecy never works. If you're keeping a secret and it's like a big secret and it affects other people especially in a negative way, it's gonna come out eventually. 2 people can keep a secret if one of them is dead. You feel me? Very, very few things are worth keeping secret. Because here's the thing. If you lie and or are secretive, all you do is set up for the secret to be revealed later. And now, not only did the truth still get out anyway, now you're an even bigger dickhead because you tried to keep it a secret. Now everyone's mad at you. You've taken a molehill and turned it into a mountain. Pomo Rainpuff joined the game. Luca, do you ever log out, lol? Luca left the game. I dropped my spaghetti. I don't want to say something weird. But why though? All you gotta say is Pog. Weirder when I don't say anything. I fully agree with Luca on this one. Like, I understand that he's the antagonist of this entire thread, but like, he's right. Just say Pog. What? It's objectively weirder to do this. Like, this isn't a bad thing to do. It's just awkward. Why invite this awkwardness into your life? Just say hi. The sports carnival. From what I gathered, this never happened. It was a tournament Luca was going to play. Okay, why is this relevant? Stream overlays. Oh, okay, we're just doing a list of work. Okay. Graphics. Overlays. Okay, I understand the point of this now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're setting a precedent for the work that they're doing. Okay. Totally fine. 100%. Merch. Helping Luca, being their assistant. What's this? This feels relevant. Luca's birthday voice lines. Okay. It's hard to write with giant nails. Hope that's good enough. Wait. Hold on a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Did you promise your fans a handwritten letter and then have your assistant handwrite the letter? Fuck you, dude. Like, actually fuck you, dude. What? Come on. What? Why even promise a handwritten note if you're not even willing to do it? You outsourcing this is so stupid. Here's the thing. Not only is it stupid for you to promise your fans something that you can't even do, like, dumb. Number 2, outsourcing something that's meant to come from you is lazy and disrespectful. And 3, now that this document is going to come out, all those fans who received this quote-unquote handwritten note from Luca are now all going to be crushed because it's a lie. This is why secrets are dumb. all you've done by doing this is hurt people, because now they found out you're a liar. This was probably sentimental shit like this is important to people. People like hold this stuff, they treasure this stuff. It has sentimental value. And to find out that thing that you have held precious, a handwritten note from your favorite celebrity, only to find out it's a fake written by an assistant, what a fucking insult. Like, actually, how dare you? It's not that what they're doing is like evil. It's just so disrespectful and unnecessary. Why? What? Why? I don't like this at all. This actually makes me... I'm trying to justify Luca's behavior because I don't feel like he's being malicious. This is so disrespectful. You've crushed so many people who thought they got something unique and special. I don't like that. That irritates me a lot. Maybe I'm just a sentimental, sensitive little bitch boy, but I don't know. Stuff like this bothers me. I don't like... All right. Having someone else write... They worded it. They wrote it. Bro. Man, Raziel is putting in so much work to make Luca's life fucking so much easier. And it really, you really get the feeling that like Luca is not appreciative. I can see why so many people were upset with Luca after this. Because it's no one individual event, right? If you plucked any one of these situations out of the ether, right? If it was just one of these things, it wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't destroy his character. You could justify it. But after 41 pages of Luca just being an immature, disrespectful dickhead, I understand why so many people are upset. It's a pattern of behavior. It's a pattern of immaturity, of disrespect, of not having your shit together. You know what I mean? Because, like, if anyone does one of these things, you can explain it away. People make mistakes. Human beings are flawed. But, like, when you do it this consistently, you're just kind of a shit person. All right, concerns with any color / Nijisanji management, internal documents that were shared with me. Oh, this can't go well. There are multiple times and instances where something would happen, and I would ask Luca if they ever received basic public relations training. Oh? He would inform me they did not. Why not? Massive red flag. What? What are we talking about? What? What? I can't think of any other word to say other than what. What do you mean? How? Nijisanji is generating and promoting idols, celebrities, niche internet micro celebrities, but still celebrities nonetheless. You actually factually have to train them. No fucking 18-year-old knows how to deal with PR. That's just a fact. What? That's such an oversight. And such an easy oversight to why? That's... God, any colors management felt non-existent. You don't say! You don't say! What does management even do? They don't do any training. They don't resolve interpersonal conflicts. They don't help with these events. Like, why is Luca out here trying to solo the anniversary event, right? Like, I'm not gonna let, Vox and the others get away scot-free for not participating, because they should, but like, management should be participating. It's the anniversary event. It means something to people. The fact that management hasn't really been mentioned until page 41 is so telling. I haven't mentioned management much so far throughout this document. This is why. There's nothing to talk about, because they don't exist. Management needs to be stepping in more. What the fuck? Any colors management felt non-existent. Luca also told me early in his time in Nijisanji that management told him that he was supposed to be the leader of Luxium. Ha! 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 Angry. Do you hear the anger in my laughter? Luca's supposed to be the leader. Luca. It's so funny and infuriating at the same time. Luca's supposed to be the leader. This mentally, emotionally unstable teenager who needs an assistant to do basic shit. You want the leader to be a teenager who can't decide whether or not they want to do lewd content and be lewded? What? What? Oh, that makes me so angry. That's so funny in a bad way. I'm losing my mind. All right, time to take a break and read chat. All right. All right. I've been neglecting chat. He's thanking us. He's thanking us. Quick, make fun of his nose. If I want a lap dance, I don't know. Why is my model freaking out? All right. Yes, Monarch Scuff Pro. Exactly. Amma's amazing, especially when she tries to call Sai. Sai tech support. It's one of my favorite bits. Let's see. If you can't laugh at life, you'll go crazy otherwise. 100%. Uncle Beale laughs in death's face, I see. 100%. You have to. You look, if your options are laugh or cry, you gotta laugh. After reading about how much a lot of the Hololive girls have gone through IRL, you either get strong and laugh or you just die. I mean, that's bleak, but it's true, dude. Ironically, during the Black Death in medieval Europe, the Jewish people were the most likely to survive because they actually bathed. Yo! Real talk? Medieval English people didn't bathe worth shit. So, not only is that 1,000,000% correct, also, there's multiple passages in like medieval English like biographies and literature where when the Norse came, like the Scandinavians, all the women swooned for the Scandinavian men because they bathed. Everyone else in the world was clean except for these dudes. These people were throwing literal shit out their window. Look up the Great Stink if you haven't had the chance. Just look up the Great Stink. The Thames was so polluted that when it was really, really hot and the Thames evaporated, it was unlivably stinky. Medieval Europe. What's going on, dude? If Andrew Tate was his dad, he would get stoked. Probably. That's very sketchy. Well, he has a lot of anger issues. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. Like Luca just cannot handle his emotions at all. I'll be honest, I've worked a lot with my therapist on being assertive, but it's been a lot of work on learning from my Asian parents that were not receptive of my thoughts. You know, I'm genuinely very sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're working through it. Honestly, if nothing else, this is just proof that, like, when you are young, especially a fucking teenager, dude, you need a stable figure in your life to help guide you. It's a fundamental part of becoming an adult. And when you don't have that stable figure in your life, you turn out like Luca and you make all of these mistakes. And genuine mistakes. None of this feels malicious. None of this is him taking joy in the suffering of others. This is just him being a fucking idiot. So, yes, 100%. I mean, I'm glad you shared that because it adds credence to my earlier point that Luca needs a parental figure in his life. It's breaking contract to be asking them to do it. Is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. Hi, Pogmoo, just pogging some work. No, stop. I'm pretty sure it's against contract and you violated it to have this person work on his stuff. Really? Oh, shit. Huh. Maybe Luca Maybe Luca is one of those people who has mental health issues but refuses to tell people. Possibly. I think it's pretty clear so far that Luca has issues. I feel like we've established that. So, facts on facts with that one. But, like, as someone with severe ADD, my attention is not in a deficit. My attention is in the Grand fucking Canyon, as evidenced by all these tangents I keep going on. Telling people I have severe, no bullshit, actual ADD, not the funny haha kind, but like the actual mental illness kind, has made my life so much easier. Like, it is almost hilarious how much easier my life has gotten just telling people, hey, I have an issue, an actual issue. These are the symptoms. I can't fix this. I can't force you to... I can't force you to do anything, but I just want you to understand. People are so much more understanding if you just lay it out loud on the table. Some people leave. Some people just say, fuck it, you're a drama queen, I don't want to deal with you. And that's fine. Much rather have people abandon me immediately as soon as they find out I have issues than find out a year into a friendship. You gotta tell people if you have issues. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, but it makes your life easier. All written from someone else, signature and everything. So disappointing. Yeah, I can't respect people not having their crap together and just being sloppy. I'm very conscientious. You should be. Just in life in general, you have to have your shit together. Nijisanji will do nothing, by the way. Of course not. God. Just threw them to the wolves, which is sad. Like, as much as Luca is fucking up all over this document, Nijisanji is clearly just throwing this kid to the wolves. And I do mean kid. 18 or not. 18 is a kid in my eyes. Maybe that's just because I'm 32. But, like, get involved. Pay attention to your talents. Do you want your talents to succeed or not? Jesus. What does management even do? Who knows? You know it's bad when the streamer only reads the title and goes, well, this isn't going to end well. Management sits on their asses and watches the drama. Facts, though! They told an 18-year-old to basically manage his wave mates. I know, right? How could... There's no universe where that ends well. What is this Niji management you speak of? You know, I hear it's like... I love how Niji management has just become a cryptid now. Can we make that canon? Niji management is just Bigfoot. People talk about this Bigfoot, but no one's ever actually seen it. I love the idea that Niji management is a cryptid. That's great. It's funny Vox is in the center of all this promo material and Luca is supposed to be the leader. Right. Why is my model? Right. That's just because Vox gets all the big numbers. Let's be real. Let's be so real. Vox gets so much special treatment just because he's got big numbers. Medieval people just patted their hands with rose-infused water once in a while if they were wealthy. Facts, though. Honestly, facts. Not gonna lie, I hate armchair psyching, but I 100% think he has some sort of combo of autism, ADD, ADHD. Like, I recognize a lot of some of the things he does as symptoms of it. See, everyone in the quote retweets is dogging on Luca so hard, right? Like, just brutally laying into them. I think the reason I'm sympathetic to him and why I'm not dogging on him as hard as everyone in the quote retweets is because I got ADD. I got it so bad. Half the shit he does, I did when I was 18. But you know what wasn't happening when I was 18? Being a fucking celebrity. You know what I mean? I think that's why I'm not being nearly as harsh as anyone else. Because, when you compile a list of all of these quote-unquote sins into one document, it looks bad. It looks bad because it is bad. But, let's be honest with ourselves. Everything that he's done, ghosting friends, being a terrible communicator, being in emotional turmoil, not having your shit together. Be honest with yourselves. We've all been there, right? We've all been in a similar situation. It just didn't snowball like it is for Luca because we didn't have this much attention and money and stakes. When we were 18, we were in fucking high school with probably very low expectations. right? That's why it didn't, absolutely melt down. I don't think Luca should be excused for his actions. He should be held accountable, and he should be forced to improve as a human being. Maybe he has, and it's just not in the document. But people always call me like a hypocrite or like trying to both sides things. But like really, I just understand the nuance of like, you can hold somebody accountable for what they do wrong while still understanding why they did wrong. If anything, you need to understand why someone is fucking up if you even want to hope to help improve their condition, right? Like, the person who understands why they're fucking up should be the one to hold them accountable more than anyone else, right? Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm just rambling, but like, the people who empathize the most are the people who need to put their foot down, because only they have the mindset of actually caring, actually giving a shit, actually understanding the problem. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling. Luca really needs some good therapy. I agree. 100%. Like, I don't hate Luca, and I hope he does better. I want him to do better. Maybe Niji will watch the drama like it's a drama TV show. What's the name of the Niji CEO? Maybe he's just on his yacht watching this fucking live stream like, ha! Luca sucks. Imagine. Imagine if the Nijisanji CEO is secretly enjoying the shit show. Probably not, but just imagine. That'd be hilarious. Okay, we proceed. We continue. I need to stop going off on these tangents. This is going to be a 5-hour live stream getting through all these pages. Niji Fest was supposed to happen with Shu, Vox, and Mista getting a 3D spot. Luca and Ike were never informed and had to find out via another liver that they would be left out despite everyone else before Luxium participating in it too. What? Why? Why are they getting shafted? You can find the full conversation in this Immigrant album. Oh, that sucks. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold on. Whoops. Can I... Damn it. I don't know if this is going to come through super well. I don't know how high quality the stream is. I don't know if you can read this, but let's go through it. I'm okay, though, just a little petty. I know this is such a minor thing to, like, highlight, but can we at least respect that Luca admits that he's being petty? I do. I don't know if anyone else cares. I respect that he admits that he's being petty, because he is. Oh, what happened? Niji Fest is happening, and they're bringing all the girls, Mista, Vox, and Shu, but excluding me and Ike, and everyone else after us. Ah, that sucks. That's surprising. Why are they excluding you? 3 out of 5 Luxium? Ouch. That hurts. 3/5 Luxium. Why can't we go? I just feel betrayed. That hurts. I'll go beat up Manager-san for you. They even gave me false hope. That hurts. That sucks. That's fucked up in multiple ways. I'm not surprised management handled it that way, though. Can I highlight that sentence? I'm not surprised that management betrayed me. That's such a fucking sentence. Can we actually, like, fixate on that for a minute? I'm not surprised management betrayed me. What an absolute fucking... that says so much. I don't think anyone... I haven't seen anyone bring this up, and everyone should be talking about this. I'm not surprised management betrayed me. What are we talking about? What do you mean? What are we even talking about, man? That's... no one who's read this document has pointed that out, and that's a crime, because that's... oh, that speaks so many volumes. That's so telling. I can't wait for people to start asking me why I didn't go to Japan. Oh, that hurts. That's a shot to the heart. That sucks. Um, Fuck, I've never seriously thought of graduating until today. Again, Petra had to mention to Vox and Mista that we were going. That's how I found out before the announcement, but no one cares. That hurts. Even if Luca has issues as a human being, as a friend, as someone who can't regulate their emotions, despite this flaws, fuck, that hurts, man. I don't want people to have their dreams crushed. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That sucks, man. I bet she was just gonna play Stickman. Aw, damn. That. Hey, you know what else? Remember the constant allegations of favoritism? Right? Remember how we've heard the term favoritism thrown about like the word favoritism has been raining down over the Nijisanji drama like fucking mortar fire. For the past, weeks? Months? Favoritism has been a buzzword we've heard. Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Blatant favoritism. They're only bringing the top boys and ignoring the people they don't care about. What blatant favoritism. Holy shit. I mean, these are screenshots of personal DMs that were never meant to be public. This isn't for show. This isn't a bit. This isn't, for attention. These are private DMs between friends. There's no reason for this to be fake. There's no reason for this to be a lie. This is proof in my mind of favoritism. No one can defend Niji after this and say there's not favoritism because they excluded him and didn't even have the balls to tell him. You had to find out secondhand. What a bullshit move. What a bullshit move. Even if you don't like Luca after all this, and how could I blame you? No one could support that. It'd be one thing, right? Like if management was like, hey, Luca, we intended for you to go, but your behavior is yada yada, reasons X, Y, and Z. We need you to improve, yada yada. Like if there was a reason, if he had done something and this was his punishment, if there was like a logistical reason, like, hey, we want you to come, but we can't, yada yada yada, the logistic. Finding out secondhand that you're being excluded that sucks, man. That's garbage. No. 0 out of 10. Fuck Nijisanji. Does anyone still support Nijisanji after all this drama? How are there still Niji stans after this? How are there still Niji sisters who gawk all over Nijisanji and defend them? How does anyone have anything nice to say after Nijisanji? The lack of management, the blatant favoritism, the dog shit merch cuts, sink the fucking yacht, bro. That's all I'm saying. Sink the fucking yacht. People came at me in the comment section of some of my videos attacking Nijisanji like, what do you want to do? Shut the whole company down? You realize then we'd lose all of these talents, right? That'd be apocalyptic. But maybe I do want this whole fucking company to collapse because everything I learn about this company is bad. Not once has someone in a private DM or an exposed tweet or a tweet, not in a Discord DM, not in a leak, has anyone ever said, actually, I had a great day with my management. They really helped me. You would think at some point, after all of this communication that we've been reviewing over weeks, someone would have something nice to say about a single member of Niji management. And the fact that we haven't is so fucking telling. God, I'm so angry. God damn it. I imagine it just goes on and on like this. I just want to point out, that's working for a business, baby. How absolutely fucking poetic that's the comment I land on. That's working for a business. I know I need to shut up and stop being so political in my streams and stop being so blatantly anti-capitalist, because I know no one watches a fucking VTuber for their politics. But holy fuck, companies do not care about you. They are money-making engines and nothing else. I don't care if the company you work for calls you a family. I don't care if they talk about being a team. I don't give a shit what they say. Companies do not give a fuck about you. They are not your friend. They do not care. They exist to extract as much labor as possible for as little money as possible. You are a pawn. You are there to be exploited. Unionize. Fuck capitalism. Fuck large corporations. Fuck this entire system. I know no one came here for the political rant, but I can't not say it because how could anyone support capitalism in its current form? You are a pawn in you're a cog in a machine and you don't matter. You make yourself matter. You give meaning to your life. No amount of work you put into a company will be valued because they don't care. You make you matter. External validation is not the way to go. You are not defined by your play button. You are not defined by metrics on a fucking YouTube channel. You're not defined by having high status friends. You're not defined by any external factor other than yourself. You give your life meaning. Period. End of discussion. I need to shut up. I need to shut up so bad. let me check on chat. I'm getting so distracted. I'm so bad at my job. Why do people watch me? I'm so bad. All right, what's chat? What's chat gotta say? Are they roasting me for not shutting the fuck up? I'd be amazed if there's not like 3 people going, "Shut up and just read the document," because it would be valid. So you can make your stance clear and you don't need to take one side over the other. It's almost like the world isn't black and white. I know, brother. Nuance. A dying concept. Riku on his fucking yacht. Absolutely. Probably funny till he loses money. Yo, true though. At least he's self-aware. Agreed. Let's not forget, I think they're eating popcorn too. Absolutely. Oh no, there's definitely favoritism. They said the F word. Favoritism. All right. These chats show that even being a bit below your wavemates can get you excluded from a big event. This has to contribute to a very cutthroat environment. Facts though. Actually factual. No wonder there's so much goddamn drama between these talents. When a company with management should foster teamwork. The goal should be to bring people together and treat them as equals. Because you need to stop the infighting. When you show blatant favoritism, you're not stopping the infighting, you're promoting it. It's so bad. This is so bad. Why? It is cutthroat enough to be a content creator in the year 2024. That's a fact. No one disputes that. It's so cutthroat in this industry. It's such a saturated market. VTubing used to be a niche. Now it's oversaturated. Cutthroat. You do not need to add to the pressure. You do not need to make things more cutthroat. Because guess what? You don't make better content when you're under pressure. You don't make better content when you're stressed. You don't make better content when you're jealous and angry and petty and spiteful. Nobody wins. Nobody wins, dude. I'm getting way too heated. But like, tell me I'm wrong though. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm lying. Preach. Thank you. Seeing people say Nijisanji worse than VShoujo. VShoujo has had a couple of fuck-ups, but not nearly as many as Nijisanji. Like, I'm sure you're already aware. If you're watching a VTuber news channel, I'm sure you already remember when they when they threw Nuxtaku under the bus when he tried to expose a security risk to protect people, and they somehow made him out to be the villain. The gun run, still in the wrong for that. That's unforgivable. But that was one fuck up, right? A big one, but one. Everyone else who's worked at VShojo has either just said, fuck it, I leave, and not come out with a big expose about VShojo, or they give absolutely glowing reviews about VShojo. No one's pretending it's perfect, but god damn it, they're better than Nijisanji. So should I expect you as a guest on Majority Report with Sam Cedar sometime soon? I would laugh my ass off if I had any idea what the Majority Report with Sam Cedar was. I do not watch cable. I haven't had cable in, let's see, what's 2010? 14 years I have not had cable. Beale's motivational speaker. Hell yeah, dude. Hire me to be your motivational speaker. I'll yammer on. I'm a streamer, baby. I never shut the fuck up. Pay me to speak, please. It's the one thing I'm good at. You're entertaining. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am so self-conscious about being just an insufferable dipshit on the internet. I'd rather be a pog in the machine. No! No! Pog needs to die. Pog needs to go back to whatever decade it came from. I don't actually remember. I have bad memory. What was that, the 2010s? Pog? Send that back to the decade it came from. No, we don't pog in here. A pog in the machine. God. Not gonna lie, something Sayu said was, I just hope they see their worth beyond what the company tells them, and their worth isn't tied to the company. Preach! Preach, Sayu. That echoes exactly what I'm saying, and I appreciate you bringing that up, because that's facts on facts on facts. Don't define your worth by a fucking company, fucking numbers, sub count. Don't get me wrong. Silver play buttons are hype. No one's diminishing that, but they... social status does not define your worth as a person. Period. Preach, Sayu. It's actually a YouTube political show. You may recall Sam as the guy Ethan Klein brought on to ambush Steven Crowder on the H3 podcast. There's a whole lot of context that I just don't have to understand what you're saying. I do know who Ethan Klein is, and I do know who Steven Crowder is. So I do have a vague idea of what you're saying. I might look into that later. That seems interesting. Selling motivational tapes when? Bro. If I thought the stream would do well, I would do it. I don't even need to be paid to do it. I actually like to motivate people. Like, as much as like banter and like making fun of people is like a source of content, in my real life, when I'm not on stream, I don't make fun of people. I love gassing people up. And this is why I never can be friends ever in a million years with like alpha males, because they always act weird when you try and gas them up. I want people who appreciate compliments and can take some positive criticism. I love hyping my friends up. I love telling them they're the best. It's just fun, right? If you haven't had a chance to do it, and you've got a friend who's in the dumps, just hype them up over something they did. They do something good that they don't see as valuable. Hype them up, dude. It's fun. I know it's weird to just shower praise on someone unprovoked, but if you can find an excuse to do it, do it. It's so rewarding. Have you ever had a friend just feel like total shit and you felt like there was nothing you could do and nothing you could say? Here's what you can say. Hype them up. It's fun. It's rewarding. When you see someone, like, when you see your friend with zero light behind their eyes, they feel terrible, and you see the lights click on behind their eyes and a smile return to their face, and as they get hyped for themselves, it's always worth it. I'm telling you. Be your own hype man. Be your friend's hype man. You can't see me punching my own hand like a fucking idiot. Not having hand tracking is such a nerf to my ability to express myself. I'm so expressive. You should see the way my hands are just spazzing out behind the screen. Hype up your friends is the moral of the story. Beals, you are a very pog champ. Oh my god. Why? You can't compliment me and hurt me at the same time, dude. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. You got that Riz? No! No, I don't. Stop. It hurts. Mad respect for Sayu. Absolutely. All right. Back to the document. I feel like I'm just breezing through this document. I mean, I'm not. I'm objectively not. This stream has been going on for 2.5 hours, but I feel like I'm breezing through this. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you were informed and entertained, and if you're not, constructive criticism, I will do better. All right. Luxium along, here we go. Luxium, along with other units, would go to Japan to record songs for AR Live. There was no 3D recorded for this event that I'm aware of. The livers were told the event was not canceled at the time, but rather postponed. Only informed they were given the same public receipt. The only information they were given was the same the public received, which is that it was postponed due to COVID-related issues. In the below screenshots, we can see Luca admitting while he was in talks with management, they were not used to the livers talking back to them, which caused one of the members of staff to start crying. What the fuck is happening at this company? What? You're shitting me. You're actually factually lying to me. I need it. I'm standing up. I'm walking away. Can't do it. No. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? What are you talking about? I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. I actually had to stand up and walk away. What the fuck do you mean? They tried to bring up their concerns with management, and management started fucking crying. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What? How old is management? Is management also 18? What do you mean? I need so much more context. I need a mountain of context for that. What do you mean? Was that particular staff member just going through it emotionally? Was the staff member 18? What was the talent being exceptionally rude? Were they getting screamed at? I need so much more context. I better have context coming up, because what the fuck do you mean management was crying? How old is management? What are they, fucking 14? What do you mean? Okay. All right. I need to relax. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure this won't make me angry. Everything is fine. I am calm. I am centered. I am zen. This will not make me angry. I can handle this. This is not even a big deal. I'm sure it's all a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. Oh my God. We're literally arguing with staff about our 1 year. Okay. No, it's bad. We're talking to the vice president. The producer is a big NFT guy. In case you're curious about my position about NFT and crypto, fuck it. I won't go on a rant. Just gonna say, not a fan. Too many scams. So I already don't like the vice president. I don't like NFTs because I don't like scams, and there's so many scams, and I'm rambling. Stay on topic, Beelzebub. We will literally get canceled if we proceed with this. Big NFT guy. Things are going downhill, man. Oh no, he wants you to do NFTs for your 1 year? No, the guy making the song is an NFT guy. Okay? I'm confused. I'm so confused. At least Raziel is as confused as I am. Eyes on the song means eyes on the producer, and people are retarded, so they'll start making it seem like we support it. Okay. I don't think NFTs are that bad. I do. But Poppy Playtime did get fucked over. True, though. Here's the thing. Even if, for reasons I don't understand, you support NFTs and crypto, I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not here to preach about... I could. I'm choosing not to. But even if you support it, you have to admit, if you have if you have been paying attention to the internet over the past year or two, factually, actually, people on the internet hate NFTs and crypto, and that if you get involved with it, you will be dragged through the mud. That is a fact. That is a statement that has been proven by so many events, I can't even conjure one in my mind. It's so true. So Luca is correct. He's 1,000,000% correct that if people think that this is tied to NFTs and promoting them, they're going to get slaughtered. So even if you like NFTs, you have to admit Luca's right. Right? Okay. Raziel, they are that bad. They really are, but I don't get what you were saying. Okay. Raziel is on my side. Okay. I got one homie. The producers in FT YouTube. I thought it was just a meme. Yes. And people at the company are getting mad because of it? No, they're very conflicted because they already have the song, but we don't want to sing it because NFT and this shit doesn't sound like a 1-year anniversary song. It's more of like a K-pop rap again, like Noctux. Interesting. That's a very interesting conflict. So they've already got the song. The company is behind it. It's already produced. But the talents are scared. The song is garbage, and they know they're going to get backlash. Oh, that's interesting. That's good tea. That's phenomenal tea. This isn't Earl Grey, friends. This is oolong tea. Oh, that's... I can only imagine in my wildest dreams what it would be like to be in that meeting. Because imagine you're the company, right? You spent probably a lot of money to get this song produced, right? Almost definitely you spent a lot of money. The song is done, right? Factually, actually, you've made your investment. But all of the talents hate it because they know they're going to get roasted. It's a crap product. They don't want to do it. Imagine that argument. Imagine being a fly on the wall during that No wonder people were crying. I thought the staff member was just being immature. Bro, I promise you on everything I love, that room got heated. I promise you people were standing out of their chairs, pointing fingers, raising their voices. I promise you, dude, that room got heated. Holy shit, dude. Because there's no universe in which you as a talent know what you're about to produce is going to be dog shit and poorly received, and you still go through with it because management is telling you to. When you know it's going to backfire. No shot. Oh, I would pay every dime in my bank account to be a fly on the wall during that meeting. Oh man. I feel like you guys might not be picturing the same thing I am. Let me paint you a picture. Your management. You've got a great idea, a flawless idea, banger song, banger producer. You're going to get so much love, so much attention, make so much money, so much positive PR. You're hyped. You're so confident that this is a good thing to do. You stroll into that meeting room like you're 8 feet fucking tall. You know, you got a little swagger in your walk. You're confident. You're good. And then you take a look at your talents and you see they look devastated, sunken eyes, darkened faces, miserable. They look like war veterans, Thousand Islands, thousand yard stares. And they immediately lay into you about how your great idea is dog shit. Bro, I'd cry too. If I can be honest. If I was super confident in a project I spent time and money on, only to immediately get shit on, I'd cry too. Factually, actually. I can't wait to read more. This is so bad. This is terrible. Okay. Just fire Chibi Nyan, holy shit. His songs are trash, or whatever his dumbass name is. Yeah, one of the managers are crying because it's a little scary to give the harsh feedback we are giving right now, because the guy obviously controls a lot. JP work culture is obviously different, so they are not used to livers talking back. Facts, though. No, like, I'm sure you guys are tuned into JP culture. You're all VTuber fans. You're all fucking weebs. Let's not lie. We're all weebs here. I am too. Japanese work culture as I'm sure you're all aware, has such a reputation for the manager being the big dick hero who does whatever they want, and all the plebs at the bottom kiss his ass. You know, there's a reason the Japanese language has honorifics, y'all. Respect and kissing ass and proper etiquette are ingrained in their culture. And that's not even controversial to say. I've never seen anyone dispute that. So imagine not only are you proud of your idea, but you're also used to having your ass kissed. Imagine spending your entire corporate life getting your ass kissed by everyone beneath you, and then these fucking Americans just absolutely run you through the ringer. Imagine the culture shock. Imagine the whiplash. I'd cry too, if I'm being honest. I'm not saying management is in the right. I'm not defending management. I'm just saying I understand how that happened. Oh, to be a fly on the wall, to watch that manager's concept, like his worldview shatter. I'd pay anything to be a fly on the wall. Damn, actually damn. Okay. I know you guys probably don't care as much as I do, but I just have a very specific image in my head of how that conversation played out. All right, next blurb. The CEO of Any Color taking Luxium out for a private dinner. I heard about this. I didn't understand at the time why this was a big deal. Like, who gives a shit? The CEO took their talents to dinner. Who actually gives a shit? Why is this a big deal? I genuinely did not understand. Let's go through. All right. The place was too fancy. Too fancy? What do you mean too fancy? Ungrateful much? What do you mean too fancy? Well, what? That can't be a real criticism. What are you talking about? It's one of those Japanese houses where I had to take my shoes off. I was escorted by people in kimonos. Dude, that sounds hype. Bro, I would love that. Hell yeah. I want to get treated like royalty. How are you complaining? Like, how are you? What is there to complain about? This sounds awesome. Am I in the wrong? Am I dumb? That sounds hype. That sounds so hype. My voice cracked. We all had to sit on our legs, like in the anime Seiza pose. Yes, sir. Then it was like upper management, these millionaires and billionaires. This sounds great. I would love to be in this. Bro, I love fancy places. I love being pampered. Hell yeah. I would love to be rich. Yeah, that's right. But I've had dinner with a billionaire. I swear this guy, the CEO, just rocked up in a hoodie. I hate billionaires, but I like this guy. Let me be very, very clear. Eat the rich. Full stop. No compromises. Eat the rich. However, rocking up to a fancy dinner in a hoodie, based. Love that. Love that energy. Hell yeah. Well, how is this a complaint? How is this a bad thing? I would love to be here. Love to be there at that dinner. Oh my god. He's only a billionaire because of you. True. Factually, actually. True. He's only a billionaire because of you and all of your gen mates and the talents, putting in the work, putting in that riz, putting in those hours. Facts. He's only a billionaire because of you. That happens a lot. He's still a fucking kid too. Wait, what? This billionaire is young? Oh, haha. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's a lot of fun. No wonder they were crying. Kids. All right. From being in the car together a year and a half ago, you're so fucking lucky. I'm so proud of you. We were just doing our interviews in our room, and we finally get to see the guy in person. You're his little pay piggies. Pay piggies. Okay. Yeah, you're... Raziel is speaking facts right now. You're kind of their lifeblood. Yeah, no shit. They don't exist without you. Alright, I gotta check on chat. Oh, ending our friendship. Oh, this is the coup de grace. This is the climax of our story. Who's ready? Chat. All right. All right, what's chat got to say? I'm excited. That reminds me, Sayu's motto is so expressive. Absolutely. All right. How aggressive were they to make a grown-ass man start crying? That's what I want to know, bro. I want to know so badly. Management, you have concerns. Management is sensitive. Pretty sure they hire high school interns or something. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I was thinking of like CEO types. I didn't even consider they might be interacting with interns. Great point, actually. Actually, great point. Luca, yes, yes, you can help me. Management cries. Famous last words. I wouldn't doubt if management were literal babies. Me neither, dude. If another VTuber from Nijisanji has an allegation, I'm not surprised. Facts. All you had to say was management is no NFTs, plain and simple. Yeah. NFTs, Niji's flimsy tears. Let's go. Actually, it makes sense because in JP work culture, you aren't supposed to challenge management at all. Like at all. That's what I'm saying, dude. Never mind, I'd cry too. That sounds overwhelming. Especially if they're interns. Because thinking back, he did say staff, not like CEO. So like maybe they were like literally screaming at interns. That changes things a lot. That genuinely makes a lot of sense. Like here in the US, at least if your manager is objectively skipping meetings, you can go to their manager and tell them that and something might change. Exactly. I've been part of aggressive union negotiations and it can get pretty wild in the meetings. I bet, dude. I bet. I don't know why that sort of thing excites me, but I love stick it to the man type shit. I'd love to like just sit in on a union meeting and have some union leader just give a manager the business. Treat your employees like human beings. Friendly reminder, if I remember correctly, Japan has the second highest workplace-related unaliving rate. I hate that I have to censor that, by the way. Brief aside, brief tangent. I know I've had like 47 tangents. Forgive me. The fact that we have to censor ourselves and can't say certain words and have to talk like fucking toddlers about unaliving, hate it. 0 out of 10. But second highest workplace-related unaliving rate, second only to South Korea, which is considered Japan but worse. No, absolutely. Facts. And this shit is why. 100%. Management, they're talking back? What has the world come to? Cries. What are the strings attached to all these king-like service, though, might make stuff scary, though? I'd be very curious to find out. Stealth wealth. See, even though I don't like gazillionaires at all, I do like the trend that billionaires have stopped dressing like aristocrats and look like normal people, and some of them even talk like normal people. I don't like people who flaunt their wealth and status. I think they're automatic dickheads. He's like 28 or something. Riku Tazumi is like 28, 29. Yeah. Riku is nearly like 30. Yeah. Very young for a manager, but not objectively young in the grand scheme of things. All right, we're wrapping up. We're almost to the finish line, ending a friendship. Let's go, gamers. Luca would become too much for my mental health, and I told him I needed to take a break away from our friendship. Totally valid. 1,000,000% valid. You've been clearly stressed, as these past 49 pages have proven. Take a break, Queen. I blocked him on Discord after I said I needed some breathing room, and I let him know there was an emergency, it was okay to text me. After a week, I found out that allegedly people were making him uncomfortable, and that he started to fall asleep in other Nijisanji live streams, something he had never done before. I texted him if he was okay. Oh, that's not good. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? I should be honest with you, especially with a question like that. I read that some people were making you uncomfortable and your sleep has been horrible, falling asleep on streams. I started to get worried and had to check in, but if you're fine, that's good. That's all I want to know. Aside from my sleep being absolutely terrible, I think I'm okay. I just need to fix myself because it's not going to change if I don't do anything. Okay, facts. 10 out of 10. Good conversation. I asked Luca to talk, and that's when he informed me he was going to London, with the other livers, asked him to be safe. He would end up calling, messaging, and Snapchatting me from time to time to talk about the food, the shopping. Cool. He did admit he did not kiss Vox when they were playing the Pocky game and they just pretended to on stream. Boo! You stank. Boo! Kiss your homies. Boo! That's not actual criticism. Like, that's a very mild criticism, but like, kiss your homies. On the way back from London, I informed him of a celebration stream I was having and that he would be happy if you could just say hi. Slowly, our friendship. In which he said he would not. In which he said he would be there and ended up not showing up. Well, that's kind of shit. What is it with Luca and like not keeping his promises? Grow up, dude. Like, actually grow up. Keep your promises. Slowly, our friendship grew more and more toxic. Girl, it has been toxic. I don't know if you've noticed. Girl, it's been toxic. He would tell more lies. He would get more short and frustrated. He would ask me to do more things. I would have to comfort him more often, and I felt stuck due to the way he acted when I left him alone. That's not good. This is not a good situation to be in. Like, I've been in this situation. My friends have been in this situation. Family's been in this situation. This sucks. When someone is spiraling and they're not treating you well, but you know that they're not doing it to be malicious, they're just struggling, that sucks. It's horrible. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. He continues to love bomb me. Don't do that. He would promise me things and never fulfill them. Don't do that, brother. I would get hurt, upset, frustrated, and angry. Of course. He would continue to victimize himself. Brother, don't do that. He would lie, break promises, blame himself. It shattered my heart when I had to tell him he was enough and to reassure him while constantly being tossed aside and mentally abused. He would threaten to not be my friend anymore and that he couldn't handle me. That he couldn't handle me if I didn't change or leave him alone. Damn. That's not good. You can really tell that Luca is absolutely spiraling. And even though I empathize with Luca spiraling from the stress, like he's clearly in a toxic environment and he's losing his mind, like I'm not saying this comes from nowhere. He still needs to be a better friend. Just because I understand the reasoning does not mean that's an excuse. Don't treat your friends like this. Be better. Holy shit, dude. He would still bring up that I didn't watch his streams. Who gives a shit, man? They're your friend, not your fan. God damn it. And that I couldn't be proud of him. Jesus, dude, that's gaslighty as fuck. I reassured him multiple times that I was still proud. He would start to buy me gifts, Lego sets, to replace spending time with me. Material, guys, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, gifts do not replace you. And anyone who's ever had a distant father can absolutely back that up. Gifts are not a replacement for love and time. Ever. I would also send gifts back, such as snacks or expensive clothes. What time we did spend together was him sleeping on a call. Brother. Watching anime or talking about the next project. He never credited me for projects I did anymore or talk about anything like he once did. I was becoming a ghost and it was happening very fast. That is tragic. That's tragic. Genuinely. Like, that's... If it sounds like I'm getting way too invested in this story, it's because it echoes real relationships I've had in real life. I hate this. This is terrible. Like, I understand why Luca needs a friend, but he doesn't deserve a friend if he's going to treat them like this. He would go to Japan and tell me about his adventures while there. He would lie about random details, not for his safety, just for whatever reason, like if he was drinking, where he was. At which point I would find the truth later on while listening to other live streams. It wasn't about safety. He would Snapchat me pictures and videos, then send me pictures on Discord. I do not know if the other livers knew about him sending IRL pictures of them. I didn't know if what was happening. I didn't know if what I was doing would make him upset or not. It was the epitome of toxicity. Yeah, like, walking on eggshells sucks. And I'm sure we've all been in a situation where we had to walk on eggshells. I was going to therapy and trying different medications to feel more normal. Medication helps if the reason you're depressed is a chemical imbalance in the brain. 100%, absolutely. If it's a chemical issue, there's a chemical fix. This doesn't sound like something with a chemical fix. This sounds like you're in a shit friendship. And meds can't fix that. Medication can't fix your toxic relationships. And I'm fully confident everyone in chat can validate that. Alright. I felt like I was the problem and that it was all my fault he felt this way. His behavior would isolate me from his friends, old and new. This drove me to be codependent. This is all bad news, brother. My cat Buffy that I had for 3 years would die unexpectedly. Oh no. Shit. That's terrible. I messaged him for support. Why do I feel like he's not going to give support? Bro, I don't even have to know you personally. I don't have to ever have seen your face before in real life. If you tell me your cat died, I'm at least gonna say I'm sorry for your loss. Gone too soon. I don't care if the cat was 30 years old. The cat was gone too soon. Pets, I don't fuck around with pets. Pets are sacred. I'm sure everyone in chat can back me up. Pets are sacred. You help your friends when their pet dies. In which he ignored me to play Minecraft with his new friends and played the victim. Fuck you, Luca. For the first time in this entire thing, I feel like Luca is inexcusably, absolutely, indefensibly a fucking asshole. Pets are sacred. You don't do that. Ever. Inexcusable. No, your friend's pet just died. Have a little bit of decency as a human being. Have a modicum of humanity in you. Their cat died. Give a shit. Even if you don't pretend. God damn it, dude. I don't even want to keep reading. No. Inexcusable. Pets are sacred. Fuck you, dude. We don't deserve animals. We really don't. You ever seen a dog? Even if you're a dog shit dog owner, your dog is always happy to see you. Even if you give them cheap food, you never take them on walks, they still love you. We are too good for animals, dude. Yeah. I know how much Buffy meant to you. Are you kidding me? Even me, I've never met them, touched them. I couldn't sleep when you told me about it for the next day. I did try to be here for the past few days. I'm not trying to neglect anything, but you did. But you did, dude. So, no excuses. I don't give a shit if you lost sleep. You weren't there for your friend when their pet died. Inexcusable. No, fuck you. Luca and I got matching phone cases. Luca would occasionally reveal matching phone cases during the hand cam stream. After he messaged me in a panic saying I needed to never mention the phone case if I had any VODs. Why are we freaking out over phone cases? Why do we care? I don't give a shit about the phone. I really don't care about the phone at all. I found out his cover story was that Ren Zotto had the other matching case. Okay. Why do we give a shit about the phone? Nobody's going to care about the phone unless you make it a big deal. If you want people to not care, then don't care. Let it die. Actually. No one's gonna pay attention to things you don't draw attention to. You ever heard of, what's it called? The Streisand effect? The more you try to hide something, the more people care. The more eyes you get on it. Streisand effect, bro. Let it die. Shut up. I let it go as I was in a very fragile state and still scared of his fans and potential harassment. A week or two later, Ren would reveal on a hand cam stream that he had the matching case. What? Oh, okay. I have matching phones with Ren. Okay. I really don't care about this phone at all. At all. Cool. It got so bad that I started using a new medication. I felt something was off. I decided to fly to my dad's house so he could keep an eye on me. This is when I would think about, oh, that's terrible. That's not good. We even though I have my criticisms of the person writing this, I feel like there are better decisions they could have made. This right here, thinking of taking yourself out, game ending, that's a serious thing. Like, even if you're a flawed person, that's still a serious thing. And I don't... When I hate someone, wishing they'd take themselves out is never where I go to. You know what I mean? I was at least coherent enough to realize I was forming a plan. Oh, no. I don't like reading this. I don't want to read this. I hate this. I returned home, still toxic, still codependent. He'd get upset at his stream content and what he was doing. He would use me as an excuse not to stream, then blame me for why he wasn't streaming. What a dickhead. What a dickhead. Right? Like, I've tried so hard throughout this stream to, like, explain his behavior and explain his mindset and try to, like, have some humanity. No. Inexcusable. You can't scapegoat your friend and expect them to still be their friend. What are you doing, man? This boiled to a point where he would lie to me about a drinking stream. What is with the lies, dude? Lying is never a winning strategy. Ever. Don't lie to your friends. And then he told me after every drinking stream that he would never do it again. That's never true, by the way. Ever. People who say I'll never do it again have like a 5% chance of that actually being true. You actually have to never believe your friends if they say I'll never do that again when in gambling, drugs, alcohol. Don't believe them. Hold them to it. Hold their feet to the fire. Because they're usually lying. They're being honest in the moment, but they're not being honest long term. He was ashamed of what he said and did on those streams. Then as it got closer, he would drink a little till the day of. He would say he would go out and get booze so he could get drunk. He would get drunk on stream for 4 hours. Then I would ask why he would lie about drinking in the length of the stream, and he broke down on me. I was scared for his life because of the way he was acting. He completely shut down. He could only scream and keep repeating that he couldn't do it anymore and that he never wanted to talk to me. You don't mean that. I'm not defending Luca at all, but I do know he didn't mean that. He genuinely didn't mean it when he said he never wanted to talk to you again. Luca has issues, dude. Holy shit. He's literally spiraling into alcoholism. This is so bad. We talked again after this. He more or less repeated I was too much for him. How is the poster here always the one being too much when they're doing all the work? You notice that? What a gaslighter. He couldn't live up to my expectations. I was too stressful. Blah, blah, blah. Have I really made that bad of lies recently? I get it. I gave expectations I couldn't fulfill, but that's exactly the problem with me. Sometimes I just get carried away and forget. That doesn't make it not a lie. Hot take, still a lie. If you tell someone you're going to do something and you don't do it, even if you were fully honest when you said it, you still lied because you didn't follow through with your promises. You didn't keep your word. Not keeping your word is a lie, even if you intended to keep it at the moment. Hold yourself accountable for the things you say. And if you don't think you can hold yourself accountable, don't make promises. We would exchange diary-esque updates on each other for a couple months, but it was making me anxious. I was going through multiple cancer-removing surgeries. Jesus. And I didn't have anyone to talk to about this as he had isolated me. I was still dependent on him. After not updating me on a major life event, that was the last straw that broke the camel's back. He showed me pictures of the family golden retriever pup. He showed me pictures of his family's golden retriever puppy, which turned out to not be his dog. What? That's such a dumb thing to lie about. I apologized. Still want to be friends. See what I mean? Of course he wasn't. Never wanted to talk to me again. Still wanted to be friends in the future. I knew he didn't mean it. So he says he needs space, not to contact. We would stop contacting each other after that. Good. You two are so bad for each other. Since then, he has only reached out to ask me for information for his taxes. He also deleted all of our Discord DMs, and he has taken credibility for how he had treated me. Oh, where he had taken credibility for how he had treated me. All right. All right, so before we get into the allegations, I just want to say, bro, the mental illness on display. Like, let's assume. Like, I know this is a lot of he said, she said. Literally. I'm aware this is all speculative. I'm aware these are all allegations. I'm aware that Discord messages can be, modified. But let's take it at face value for a moment. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, every single syllable has been true. Realistically, we don't know if that's the case. Let's just assume. If everything that has been said so far is true, the mental illness on display is crushing, defeating. These people need therapy so bad. And the fact that only one of them is getting therapy is so bad. Luca needs a therapist and a dad. Okay. All right, we're getting into the allegations. I thought we were on the final stretch. Now we're actually on the final stretch. Chat, what are we saying? All right, scrolling through chat. Don't make promises if you can't keep them. Absolutely. Damn, won't even kiss the homies? That's the final straw for me, for real. Exactly, dude. Kiss your homies. I hate walking on eggshells. Facts. I do too. That reminds me of a Hunter x Hunter quote. There are people who lie for a reason and people who lie for no reason. Facts. Hi, I'm new. Hey, Mason. How's it going? No, the cat. Luca is emotionally unavailable. Exactly. God damn it, Luca. Excuse me, are you literally making opinions based on only one side of the story? Yes, because I only have one side of the story. All of my reactions that I've given so far are under the assumption that everything being told to me is true. However, I am fully cognizant and aware that these could all be lies. And there's a very high chance that there will be a counter document or people will poke holes in this, yada yada, we don't know. And if any of this gets disproven, I will fully eat my words and my opinions. I'm aware there's a high chance that I'm going to be wrong, and all of my opinions are going to make me look like a dipshit. But for the moment, correct, yes, I'm basing opinions based on only one side. Pets give unconditional love, facts. Well, my cockatiels know I make sure to change their water and food so they don't starve. Bro, I see people giving their dogs nutritionist shit like quail eggs and steamed broccoli. There are definitely animals that live better than we do. That's facts. The phone case thing is so stupid. I agree. Why are we talking about a phone? Exactly. Why do we give a shit about this phone? You say that, but that's how Rushia and Mafu Mafu first exposed as being together. Is it? I didn't know that. I thought it wasn't it over a DM? I swear that it was over a DM. Streisand effect is Pomu talking about losing a big opportunity on stream and Nijisanji privating the stream after graduation, even though clips exist. Yes. Correct. Factual. Don't remind me about that stream. Hearing Pomu cry broke me. Bruh. Being a Nijisanji fan is emotionally heart-wrenching, I swear to God. There are two sides to the story, and Luca cannot say anything at this point, but he deserves respect. We cannot talk as if one side is the absolute truth. Gee, all for views. Look, I don't know what... I haven't heard Luca's side of the story. I'm going off of what I'm reading. I apologize if you don't appreciate that. Everything I'm saying is my actual opinion. If you don't believe me and you don't like me, you don't have to be here. Does Nijisanji cry when Twitter get mad at them? Because if so, I'm not surprised. Do you think he's going to make a good apology? No. I think he will apologize. I don't think it'll be good. Using alcohol to self-medicate. It's never the correct option. It's the first option. It's an option too many people take, but it's never a good one. Luca brings out a ukulele and starts singing his apology. Wait, don't Necklace Nijisanji has a drinking rule? I have no idea. It's a wild read through. I agree. This is a wild ride. This company is burning down. Absolutely. And again, I'm kind of expecting them to just ignore it. It's possible. There's a strong possibility of that. Because, they're probably going to ignore it, put out some bullshit statement that's very vague. They're probably going to copy strike false video that he made on the same topic. Who knows? I don't know. I wonder how much, actually, so far, as we're going through this document, what they're saying sounds believable, it sounds persuasive, and they do have the odd screenshot peppered in to back up what they're saying. So, the odds of this being accurate, I think, are very high. But I think, one thing I do suspect, though, as I'm going through this, we are very much being fed, cherry-picked information and cherry-picked events from one person's point of view. So, my impression, and feel free to disagree with me on this, because I'm not Nostradamus, I can't see the future, but I suspect that they're not intentionally misleading people just to shit on Luca. I think they are emotionally charged. I think that's been evident. They're definitely biased because of their own personal issues. And I think a lot of the inaccuracies or the things that make Luca look really, really bad, if we assume they're untrue, are probably true in the mind of the person writing this. Because, when people are just making shit up, right? You can kind of vibe it out because it's inconsistent. You know what I mean? There's inconsistencies, there's things that don't make up, there's bizarre behavior. This has all been very coherent and very consistent and very emotionally charged. So, I suspect a lot of any inaccuracies in this document are probably from perspective and bias. And I'm fully ready to accept any corrections that come out later down the line. But for the time being, for the sake of the stream, for the sake of having any opinion, I am processing this as if it is 100% true, even though it is likely not 100% true. I'll stop rambling and get back to the document. Allegations. Astro Arcadia harassing other co-workers. I can confirm that Luca said that multiple girls were coming to him about the issue since management wouldn't do anything. Hey, look at that. We notice a pattern. Management wouldn't do anything? Shocker. And he discussed it with both Alira and I. Personally, told him to gather as much evidence as possible and bring it to management since it shouldn't be their job to regulate the issue. To my understanding, nothing was done about it. I do want to say one thing that I kind of glossed over. Because someone in chat accused me of doing this for like the money or the views. I do just want to point out that this stream is not monetized. There's no ads, and no one has sent any super chats. So if you think the only reason I'm going through this is for the money, I earned 0 for this stream. So I just want to throw that out there. I don't know why people always assume that when I make this content, I'm greedy. I'm just doing it for the money. I give a shit. I feel like my emotional roller coaster that I've been going throughout this entire video is proof that I'm not doing this for money. I do this because I care. I wouldn't be this invested and this emotional and go on this many tangents if it were just for the money. All of the $0 that I've made. Just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see. If the poster doesn't come out with anything new, I will believe this is true to them. But if they come out with anything else, I will see it as a drama monger. It's entirely possible they're drama mongering. I don't discount that at all. We don't know. Nah, it'll be like Sienna May's interpretive dance apology. Alright, so we got the screenshot. To help you with clarity, I remember that incident, it was Aster. That is so out of context to be completely useless. Most of these screenshots have been pretty helpful. There's no context behind this statement. Another Nijisanji liver confirmed by DM that at the Astra allegations. I butchered that sentence. Another Nijisanji liver confirmed by DM the Astra allegations after this had been made public. This is so out of context, it doesn't count as proof. Luca harassing other co-workers. I also received a message from the same Nijisanji liver about Luca harassing others inside of Nijisanji. The message read, "Why are you telling me what the message read? Show me the message. You've been so good with receipts so far. Give me receipts. Give me screenshots." Luca has done a lot of bad things, not just to you, so thank you for sharing your experience. They continue, "A lot of people waited for you to tell the truth for a while because it had been an issue, so I'm happy you finally did. For the privacy, I will neither share the full screenshot nor the name publicly." You can crop out the username, dude. At least show me the screenshot. I don't know. Out of everything we've talked about so far, this has had the least evidence and like the least context. When we were going through the posters, like relationship with Luca, there was so much detail. There were so many screenshots, right? It was an emotional roller coaster. But when it comes to actual allegations, Luca harassing other coworkers, nothing. No details, no screenshots, just alleged. I don't like this. This part of the document kind of pisses me off. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it is true. I'm saying I don't like it. How did we go through 56 pages of excruciating detail and now you want to start speed running things? Like as soon as we get to like the core of the document, the part of the document people actually give a shit about, suddenly we're speed running? I don't like this. This sucks. 0 out of 10. What is this? What are we doing here? Let's see. Livers dating each other. Luca would vent about numerous livers dating each other. Interesting. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious, but I don't blame them for not naming names because it would never end well. Because Twitter gives a shit, they're all going to be upset that they're, "Oh no, my Oshi is dating someone." Like, for the record, just because we're talking about relationships, Aethelstan and Meanders hooking up and making content like as not just besties but like as a couple, adorable, funny, great content. One of my favorite like quote unquote on-camera relationships. I love people being public about their loved ones and bringing them on and making content. 10 out of 10. But like, this is idol culture we're dealing with. So it sucks that we don't get to know the details about who's dating who. While some livers dated outside of Nijisanji, there were at least 2 pairs that would end up dating each other that I am aware of. This affected Luca, other livers, due to unnecessary drama being created and having to hide relationships publicly. One pair would date for a while, even meeting up IRL several times, and to my understanding, ending things amicably. Good for them. The other pair I knew of would end up dating for a short amount of time due to one side becoming increasingly demanding and vicious towards the other. Luca would ask for my advice on how to handle the situation when they broke up. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a nothing burger. Like, people date inside the company. People don't date their coworkers all the time. This feels like such a nothing burger. I guess it's just to prove that people inside the company date, but like, duh. I don't know. Harassment plus allegations by fans. There has also been slander thrown at me by organized hate groups. I've been accused of being a pedophile and a groomer in regards to Java. I never knew Java before he was 18. This can be verified in a multitude of ways before many people, including early clips from Rafflegator's channel. The easiest way to get the information is to check information and dates, the VR chat wikis. Okay. Let me also say pedophilia was forbidden in Rafflegator streams. The group was also big and close enough that any pedophilia or grooming would have been called out years ago. I don't know. A 6-year age gap is uncomfy to me, but it's not pedophilia. I feel like that's way too strong of a word to throw at an uncomfy age gap. And if we assume this person has been honest about their relationship so far, it's not the type of relationship where the age gap would be an issue. Because generally when there's an age gap involved, the reason it's an issue is because of the power dynamic. The person who is older has more life experience, more maturity. They have the ability to groom people, manipulate them. They just have so much more life experience. They have the ability to get the person who is younger to do things they wouldn't normally do that are good for the groomer and bad for the person being groomed. It's possible that has happened. I don't get that vibe. So, I don't like the uncomfy age gap in the 18 plus roleplay, but all the reasons that I hate that sort of thing aren't showing up here. If there's any evidence that the person who wrote this has been genuinely predatory, I'll absolutely cover it. I'll absolutely eat my words in an instant. that's not the vibe I'm getting. In fact, at no point throughout this entire article had they really referenced like Luca as like a sexual being, only that he was uncomfortable being sexualized, which they said they were supportive of. So, I don't know. I would want more proof about the person who posted this document before I start slinging these terms around willy-nilly like everyone in the quote retweets. All right. Summary. Thank you. Lying phase. The small stories I share will be painting a better picture of the livers. Java and I had a lot of fun. I feel sympathetic towards his fans. I know this is frustrating, hard to read. Okay. Alright. Last post. Is Okies, you've literally made like 4 or 5 times as much as you did a year at a full-time job. Yo. I don't blame people for wanting to join Nijisanji. That money! Holy shit. I'm just imagining what I would do with my time and money if I made 5 times as much money and I did so by making content instead of flipping goddamn burgers at Culver's. In case any of you thought I was cool, I'm not. I work at a fast food joint. It's not glamorous. I suck. Oh man, what I would do if I had 5 times more income. Gosh, it actually makes me cry almost when I hear those words. In happiness? Yeah, in a good way. You made it. A simple, I'm proud of you is something I have wanted to hear my whole life, that's all. This is your dream. Thank you. How could I not be proud of you? You worked really hard despite everything and a lot of people wanting you to fail. You're proving them wrong. I like that we end on a wholesome note. The reason that I don't feel like this document was made just to chase clout and demonize Luca is because of stuff like this. They're not... Like, it's very cherry-picked to a degree, but they're still taking the time to include, like, why they and Luca had the relationship they did. They're still taking the time to post the good moments. I feel like if someone was posting this exclusively to tear about someone's reputation or was doing so dishonestly, I feel like they wouldn't have included a post like this. You can disagree. If you do, that's fine. I am not the arbiter of truth. These are all opinions, but like, I don't know. That's my vibe. Like, posts like this are why I believe this person and why I've been so emotionally receptive to everything they've said. It's a vibe thing. You know what I mean? So if you think I'm full of shit, you think I'm too gullible, you know what? I'll accept it. 'Cause it's very persuasive. I will give the person who wrote this one thing. They are very persuasive in their wording. The document is believable, it's persuasive, it shows receipts. It adds context to things that people have suspected for a long time. Yeah. So, all right. Time to go through chat, and we will wrap things up with a discussion. All right. All right. Unless you are one of the big VTuber news channels, most people covering this aren't really making anything off of this. Exactly. Like I'm doing this because I enjoy it, right? I would not be up at 11:18 p.m. on immediately after a shift at work if this was like a grift. I wouldn't be willing to put in this amount of effort if I did not actually factually care. That's why you're Beals and not Mammon. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I appreciate the demonology reference. 10 out of 10. Observer Andrea, $5. Take my money. Now you have made some money. Thank you. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Oh shit, now I can't say I'm not doing it for the money. Oh, I'm a grifter. No, I'm only in it for the money. This whole stream, this past 3.5 hours, it was all for $5. I'm a grifter. Imagine. Imagine. Thank you genuinely. Let's celebrate their 5th super. Oh, I didn't even know that this is your 5th super. Hell yeah. Thank you for the support. If he wanted money, he would move to Kick. True, actually. True. People are making money on Kick. If I wanted the money, I would have monetized the stream and played ads every 10 minutes like some streamers do. God, is there anything worse than watching like a Twitch stream for someone you're not subscribed to and you get those fucking ad breaks every so often? Nothing just torpedoes the flow of a live stream like an ad break. I hate it so much. It's honestly part of the reason I stopped watching Twitch is because of the ads. When I watch a YouTube stream, maybe I get one ad right at the beginning, but more often than not, people do what I do and they don't put ads on stream because they suck. If the fans want to support the creator, they super chat, memberships, whatever, I don't like Twitch. It has superior streaming tools, but the ads ruin it. I need proof to believe it. This is sus. You know what? Even though I personally believe what they're saying, I don't blame you for being suspect. In fact, I think we should all be skeptical. Because there is... I have long... Every time I believe in the humanity of people, I am at some point proven wrong and embarrassed for having any faith in humanity. So I don't blame you, and in fact I encourage you all to be skeptical. Alright. Don't take this for certain. I don't have good source for this, but I've heard rumors that this person may have pursued Luca romantically. I feel like it is clear that there were romantic feelings involved. And I really don't, even though the person who wrote this is trying to make it sound like Luca was the one who was pursuing a relationship, I feel like the way this is written is so emotionally charged. They wouldn't have written this in the first place and wouldn't have written it like this if they didn't have romantic feelings. The emotional connection is oozing through every single word. There's so much emotionally charged language. If I wanted to call out... if I did a stream with Luca, right? And I wanted to expose him for being a dickhead. It would just be screenshots and context and the bare minimum amount of language. Just be like, hey y'all, he did this. feel how you feel about it, but this is what he did, thought y'all should know. That's how I would do it, because I'm that type of person. I'm like, hey, these are the facts, feel how you feel, here's my 2 cents. But there's so much emotionally charged language. You don't get this emotionally charged and don't show all of these screenshots of these emotionally vulnerable conversations if there's not strong feelings involved. Even if it's not romantic, it's so clear that they have strong feelings. So, the long grift. The laugh sounded evil for a sec. I am evil. I'm a demon. Look at these horns. Yeah. The Twitch is super collab heavy as opposed to YouTube where you do your own thing. That is one thing I want to see more of on YouTube. One thing I really like about Twitch is the fact that like you can raid people basically on a whim, and like you can just flood someone you've never spoken to before. Like especially if you're a big streamer and you're raiding a smaller streamer, and you just flood them with like chat interaction, and then the chat starts like, you know, they start subscribing, you know, tier 3 subs, you know, donations, blah, blah, blah. Like, those are cool. I love that content. I love watching clips of, like, big streamers rating little streamers. And I feel like YouTube would be better off if it had that instead of this feature where you have to both add each other. I understand for, like, security and hate and, like, hate speech reasons why they don't do that. Like, I get it. I do. I understand why YouTube doesn't do it. But, man, it makes Twitch so much more fun. I love raids. Raids are cool. There was a lot of flowery language in the document. Oh, for sure. For sure. This was so emotionally charged. And that's... When I made the comment that I feel like even if this document ends up being inaccurate, it is probably true for the person who wrote it, is because... there's so much emotional vulnerability and flowery language and drama in the speech that I don't think someone would make this if they didn't feel genuine feelings. You know what I mean? You wouldn't make this unless you were genuinely feeling something inside. I will say though, one thing has been abundantly clear. My least favorite aspect of this entire argument, right, is the fact that they provide so much context, so many screenshots, so much everything about their relationship and their allegations. A page. Like, literally one page. Well, page and a half. That's like... What, like, it's almost pointless to include these allegations because there's nothing to them. There's no evidence. There's no context. There's no 42 pages of emotionally charged review. It's very clear that the reason they made this is because their relationship with Luca absolutely torpedoed. And even though I feel like this as a, you know, content creator, as a drama tuber, as a VTuber news channel, this is great as from like a content perspective. Eating good. I know it's extremely disrespectful to like treat something so emotional, so blasé, but like genuinely, like this is like engaging to read. It's fun to talk about. It's an emotional roller coaster. This is a narrative for sure. But even as I say that, even though I've enjoyed this stream, even though I've enjoyed talking with you all, even though, you know, I benefit greatly from this content in every conceivable way, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, listen to me when I say, I would rather this not come out. Because the actual accusations that people are actually, quote, retweeting about are so lacking, and everything else is just their personal drama, which is quite frankly none of our business at all. None of this needed to come to light. I benefit from the fact that it did. I'm so aware, you guys, that when things go to hell, I benefit. But none of this is like, very little of the stuff contained is relevant to the public at large. Like, you could argue, like, the homophobic and transphobic comments are things that people would want to be aware of. Like, nobody wants to support a homophobic, transphobic content creator, right? That makes sense. But you could have resolved that in like 5 or 6 pages. You know what I mean? If that was the only goal. If the only goal was to like, hey, this person has some not great views about the LGBT, this would have been 5 pages. The rest of it, I feel like, was just like an emotional roller coaster of their relationship. So, I don't know. What do you think? How do we feel? Do we feel like they're telling the truth? Do we feel like we're being gaslit? Do we feel like I'm getting way too invested in somebody else's drama? Do you feel like maybe this whole stream shouldn't have happened in the first place and we should have just let someone else's drama be someone else's drama? I'm here for feedback. I'm here for criticism. Let's see. I do wonder if Luca is going to get stealth suspended after this. Oh, for sure. He'll suddenly have a mental health break for 2 to 5 weeks. If not outright terminated. It really depends on... I think how this plays out kind of depends on public reaction. Because, like... let's see. Because, like, here's the thing. If people treat this like drama, like just drama of the week, Nijisanji is probably just going to suspend Luca and move on, right? This post makes so much more sense now that we know that he has, like, transphobic tendencies. I didn't even put together that was probably a trans person. 10 out of 10. Didn't even get it. If it's drama of the week, then he's going to get suspended. If people are, like, seriously pissed and they start demanding action be taken, I think that's when they're probably going to either graduate him or terminate him, depending on how they want to spin it. So let's go through these comments with the context of everything we just read, right? We have the context now. We understand what people are talking about. Okay. So let me get this straight. You hooked up with a 17 to 18-year-old via VR chat, formed a relationship. The relationship destroyed your marriage. Did I hallucinate? When did it say that they were married? What? Am I dumb? Marriage never comes up once in this document. Where does it say they were married? Am I dumb? They never said they were married in this entire document. Hold on. Luca doesn't deserve the allegations. There's proof of her being older, being sexual towards him, underage, while she was still married. It's still weird. A 5 or so age difference was friends with a minor. I'll believe Luca and follow wherever it happens. There's no proof for what he did. What is the screenshot? What? I don't know. It does make a difference if he was underage. It does make a difference if she was married, but I don't know where people are getting this. The relationship destroyed your marriage. The kid makes it big as a VTuber, and now you're going psycho mode because of it? Like, where are people getting this from? I'm not saying they're wrong. I just don't know where source. What? 17/18-year-old meets a 20-plus married woman in VR chat. They get into an online relationship. They abuse and use each other in various toxic ways. This eventually destroys her marriage. He makes it big, realizes he doesn't need her. She goes nuclear. My literal reaction. Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die. The situation is just another way of showing how Niji fans show their immaturity. I don't know about past allegations, but the OP has said, but from reading the doc, that has photo proof. Why are you all defending a man? This is a transphobic weirdo. TLDR, Luca Kaneshiro sexually harassed other fellow RPers and OP before Niji. Made hate accounts while waiting for a Niji application. Is extremely emotionally manipulative even now. Also, Astro Arcadia consistently harassed other livers. Niji EN management is virtually non-existent. Yeah. The fans should be disheartened that not even your Oshi will go out of their way to write you a script. Yeah, this upset me a lot. So all the people involved are weird and fucked up. Amazing stuff. What a shit show of a situation. You guys are weird for saying you don't care. You care about it when people act this way, but when it comes to your faves, you don't hesitate to defend. Read the whole doc. It's crazy. I know she's weird, but why is everyone defending this guy as if he didn't say all of this? Pack it up, Colleen Ballinger. Both of you are twat waffles. Well, time to reset the days. How long it's been since there's been a Niji situation. Both of y'all are terrible, but you ruined your marriage for a 17/18-year-old. Am I dumb? Where's the married thing coming from? I feel so dumb. I'm doing great as a VTuber news content creator, by the way, bringing y'all the facts right here. Didn't even know she was married. The fact that he misgendered Yugo, not only once but twice, off stream, borderline homophobic. That wasn't borderline. He was straight up genuinely scared of gay people. Towards gay men, meanwhile, he yaoi baits his audience in his weird statement towards pregnant women. Yeah, this man needs to go. Yeah, I don't blame people for like shitting on Luca, because there were some aspects where I felt like I could relate to some of the things he said. But like, to be very, very clear, I understand, I empathize with a relationship that went to hell and poor communication. I don't defend the weird comments about gay people and trans people and the pregnancy shit. Like, yaoi baiting while actively being homophobic is so fucking weird, y'all. Literally just don't jerk off in calls with other people. Stop flirting dating VTubers online, man. It's not fucking hard. It's really not, though. Like, actually, genuinely. It's... well, I'm a bad example because I'm ace, but it's... Not flirting with minors online is the easiest thing I do day to day. Everyone said that this document should be invalidated because Raziel is supposedly a shit person. Makes me so angry. Like, do you hear yourself? I don't know. Dog, do you have anything else to do? You tried to date him when he was a minor while you were an adult who was married. All a great day for us. Shut the fuck up. Interesting. I find it interesting that so many people are dogging on this person. I don't know. Makes me second guess my perception. I'm going to check on chat. Am I an idiot? I could be. Maybe I'm too easily persuaded. Who knows? There are a lot of receipts in this doc. That's what I'm saying. However, since I have to be a responsible person despite my chaotic nature, please take this document as allegations until more information is corroborated. I don't know. When things go to hell, I benefit. Spoken like a true demon. Look, man, I'm not going to pretend I don't benefit when things go to hell. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like the only reason they wrote this entire thing was to stir more drama because, you know, we totally needed that. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, obviously, the purpose was to create a shit show. It's just, maybe I'm just easily gaslit. I don't know. It reads like someone who just needed to get something off their chest. But no, you're 100% right. The purpose, objectively, was to start some shit. My mantra is the internet was made for observation only. Facts, though. Honestly, factual. Do not engage with the trolls and the weirdos and the psychos. Like, I feel like I've lost IQ points throughout this nearly 4-hour stream. I feel like I've... I feel dumber as a person. The internet is read-only mode. Wait, marriage? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. On various forums, it lists Raz as Luca's wife? What? What? I heard people are mass reporting him. Interesting. I'm sure Phase Connect has done worse at some point. I am biased towards Phase Connect because they let Pippa be Pippa. And also the manager seems to... The manager of Phase Connect gives me the vibe of someone who's just desperately trying to corral these absolute psychopaths in his company. I genuinely haven't heard any negative press about Phase Connect. I could just be living under a rock. Who knows? Who knows? But I have no reason to... It would be interesting, though. You know what's funny? Is that like a place like Nijisanji has all this drama, but Phase Connect, which has Pipkin motherfucking Pippa, one of the most unhinged individuals I've ever heard of, and the only like controversies are just shit she says on stream. Like you would expect that to be you would expect Phase Connect to be the company with all of the drama. It feels like Pippa would be the person to just demolish an organization, demolish a generation, but. That's why I am so convinced that Pippa's outbursts are a bit, like 100% just for the memes. Because if she were actually that psychotic in real life, Phase Connect would have burned to the ground ages ago. Let's see. I mean, I understand not reading the whole thing. I wasn't going to read all that. Valid, honestly. I think it's something they knew about this person before all this drama. They were an OG mod for Luca, so maybe they have known beforehand. That's possible. To be fair, from what I remember of the Vox allegations, he also had a server filled with a ton of homophobia, so them selling yaoi bait as a publicity for Niji is par for the course. No, yeah, absolutely. I know throughout this stream I've tried to empathize with Luca, but 1,000,000,000%, let it be fully known, being a homophobe while yaoi baiting, scumbag energy. 1,000,000% don't endorse that. Yeah, Pippa intentionally being edgy for the sake of being edgy. Absolutely. It makes great content. Pippa is only, like, controversial if you take her seriously. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I have bad takes? Am I full of shit? Am I easily gaslit? What do you guys think? Let me ask you guys. Do you, genuinely, like everyone in chat, do you believe Raziel Warmonic in her post? Like, if you had to like take a percentage, are we saying 90% true, 20% true? How do we feel? What are the vibes? And do you think that like everyone involved is dog shit, or that like Luca has issues? How do we feel? What are the vibes? I can't wait for this stream to come out and for people to like watch like 5-10 minutes of the video and leave an angry reply because they didn't like my initial hot takes. Pippa, I never know how to put. Her chat, though, are unironically actually psychos. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Chat reflects the streamer. 70% true. I think that's valid. I feel like I'm half and half. I believe some of it. Okay. Everyone needs a psychologist in therapy. Facts, though. If one thing has been made clear throughout this entire thing, everyone here needs to go to therapy. 50 plus. Okay. 70, 50, 50, 50 plus. Okay. 75%. Okay. Interesting. So, my follow-up question, chat, because I'm very, very curious. If anything in this document was just a total lie or wild exaggeration or cherry-picked, what do you think from this whole document that we just went through, what do you suspect is untrue or wildly exaggerated? What details? Because there was a lot that we covered. I really don't know, and I refuse to guess because even that would be parasocial. Well, I don't know if parasocial is the term I would use, but I understand where you're coming from. Like, there's, like, trying to... Because it's definitely a he said, she said situation. And even with these receipts, as it were, even with these screenshots, everything is out of context. Everything feels a little dubious. So I can't blame you. All right. I am probably going to read a couple more comments and then I am probably going to end stream because my voice is shot, my dudes. We've been streaming for 4 hours. I'm one to never shut the hell up, but even 4 hours of nonstop yapping is a bit much for these vocal cords. I'm regretting setting the latency to normal latency instead of ultra low because waiting for comments is always stressful. Let's see. The Snapchat/text as well. You think the Snapchat and text, as well as how briefly they went over the allegations, that'd be interesting if the text specifically were cherry-picked or exaggerated. I definitely agree the allegation section was easily the weakest part of this entire document. Like, I feel like the homophobia part... here's the thing, right? Here's one detail that I do want to point out. All of this is only, evidence. Like, these screenshots are only evidence if we believe that Luca is the person they claim they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, this only makes... let's see. Because, like, in the document, these screenshots are from one boo, right? These screenshots are from, who else? What the hell was the other username? Like, all of these screenshots are not from the Luca Kaneshiro account, right? So, here's a headcanon, here's a conspiracy. Oh yeah, and from R.E. Okay, so one boo and Re. The only way any of these screenshots are evidence is if we accept at face value that one boo and Re are Luca Kaneshiro, which hasn't been proven. So, the easiest way to fake all of this, and the easiest way to take this entire document and throw it directly in the trash, is if Raziel just had a toxic relationship with a completely different person that wasn't Luca, and is just claiming them to be Luca. That would be such a grift. Like, in terms of, like, I don't want to say this like I would respect it, but that'd be such a good grift. That'd be so easy to convince gullible dipshits like me. Just have a real conversation and just lie about who it actually is. Imagine this is just like their conversation with like a staff member at Niji or whatever. You know what I mean? This felt more like a personal drama, not a career-ending drama, as the allegations were all about Luca dealing with other people's stuff, not really doing much wrong. The only thing that I would argue is career-ending are the transphobic and homophobic remarks made at the very beginning of the document, right? Those I could see being a serious career-ending issue. The 99% of this document, I 100% agree, was just personal drama. One thing I would consider is that Luca himself might be an unreliable narrator, so his comments of the internals of Niji might also be off. That's entirely valid, because we don't know. I feel like I become brain dead after this. Me too, dude. Me too. Isn't it interesting Raz's screenshot everything before Luca deleted all the DMs? Yes and no. The reason I say yes and no is because, like, if you know that you have evidence of something scummy happening, I feel like it's a reasonable instinct to take screenshots immediately. And I will say this. If someone starts screenshotting your Discord DMs, trust is already gone in the relationship. And at this point, they're just trying to build up evidence against you, right? So, yeah, it's that's a tough one. I don't know how to respond to that, but yeah, no, it's entirely possible. Oh yeah, the transphobia and homophobia is absolutely shit, but that technically wasn't even an allegation. Razmi, you know what? That's true. Actually, holy shit, you're right. Wait, huh? Wait. You know what's interesting that now that you say that, Raziel posts these comments about Onbu, who was allegedly Luca Kaneshiro. You know, I hate when people say there's a little gay in everyone. Trans people make me uncomfortable, and pregnant women. You know what I notice isn't in these chats? Suspiciously enough, Raziel arguing with Luca and saying that they're wrong, or that they don't agree, or even an I wouldn't phrase it like that. Like, these guys were friends, right? And these are all, like, conversations they had before their relationship went to shit. So there is a much greater than zero chance that Raziel either doesn't actually care about the homophobic and transphobic comments, or they themselves actually agree. Now, there is an interesting conspiracy. Yeah, look at that. They screenshotted Onbu saying that. Didn't screenshot themselves, giving any pushback whatsoever. Interesting. How easily can Discord screenshots be faked using the Inspect Element tool and Photoshop? Oh, so easily. I think he ignored the homophobic stuff like J.K. Rowling. Let's see. It is genuinely super easy to fake all of this. Like, And see, that's another thing. Like, I'm treating all of this like it's proof, but make no mistake, I am fully aware that all of this could potentially be faked. Let me find... Come on, there we go. All right. Oh, look at that. Raziel Warmanik hates gingers. Oh, wow. I can't believe they said that. Wow, what a crazy tweet. Look at this, guys. Proof. It's even on the screen. They just hate gingers. Think they're all soulless demons. Forgot to get rid of the emoji. Oh no, proof, you guys. Like, yeah, no, you're 100% right that, that is one thing I hate about the internet in general, is just how easy it is to fake, stuff like this. Although, I will say this. If I were going to fake a Discord DM to cancel like a celebrity, then I would also fake the profile picture and username. You know what I mean? Because like, why go through the effort of like faking a DM or whatever, only to not put in the effort to make it more believable? I have no idea how the hell. All right. And for the record, I know this probably doesn't need to be said. I know this is probably a really stupid insecurity, but for the record, in case anyone was curious, I don't hate gingers. Just an example. All right. Thanks. That's not a good look, Raz. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I think I am actually all talked out. I'll hang out for a minute longer in case there's anything to respond to. But no, I need to go. It's actually midnight. Holy shit. I have been talking for entirely too long. And I appreciate you guys for coming out. It's a fun stream. I want to do this more often. It'd be nice to do. I would really like to do a stream like this with something a little bit more concrete. But this is the entertainment company. Everything he said, everything is he said, she said around here. So thank you for coming out. Bye, guys.